Hey, you want to take a picture by the car?
No, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. I feel like the prosecutors a little bit. I feel like I need a longer lunch break. Judge Aaron Subramanian, please give us 45 minutes. Give us 45. We earned it. And then I'm just looking at, I had to go and drop a thank you, what's it called? A super chat to Attorney Simone because y'all, I just thought about it. I think I'm this one backwards. I just thought about it. I mean, I think about it a lot because it is a very hard work to go to the court for even one day for one hearing. And it's this very emotionally charged atmosphere for one. And then it's just like a big deal. It's kind of like historical. There's Homeland Security agents just creeping about everywhere as far as the eye can see. They're strapped with like weapons. And it's just kind of like, ooh, federal court. And then there's these AstroTurf demons. There's people getting, Armand Wiggins got chased down yesterday. It was like, this is scary. And then to think about these poor souls that are going every single day that are then coming outside and doing a video in the heat, cutting into their lunch break time. I mean, I couldn't do it. I got to get hats off to them. I could not do it. If I went one day, I would need to recover for 2 days after. It's blurry. I don't know what to tell y'all. I even switched Wi-Fi's, so this is as good as it's going to get. Sorry about it. This is as good as it's going to get. It's Diddy's demons attacking my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, okay, so I'm just going to get started. Hopefully the Wi-Fi issue clears up. If not, y'all just have to use your imagination. We have a new update for NBC News. Courtroom returns from lunch. Oh, I thought this was up. Hold on. Yeah, y'all just going to have to use your imagination. You're just going to have to imagine what I look like through the blur. The courtroom has returned to court after the lunch break. This was 6 minutes ago. BANA is back on the witness stand. Now we do have some news, some updates here coming from CNN.com. Jane is unlikely to testify today, prosecutor says. So Jane is not going to come up today. Prosecutor Maureen Comey said she thinks it's unlikely Jane is going to testify today. She said she intends to call Enrique Santos after Bongolan's testimony. So after BANA's testimony, she's going to call Enrique Santos. Okay, we're not calling Jane today, most likely. So she'll probably be tomorrow for sure. Jane is one of Diddy's accusers who's using a pseudonym during the trial. So if she starts tomorrow, that'll be all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that should give enough time for her to leave for her vacation that she has planned next week. Okay, let's go to Inner City Press. Okay, he's given us the thread here. So let's get to the bottom. All right, 12 minutes ago, he said, they're back. Anything before we bring the jury in? She says, no disputes. No, it's definitely not the camera because I can see myself very clearly in the, yeah, exactly. It's not the camera because I can see myself very clearly in my monitor on the StreamYard. So that means it's the upload or whatever, the upload speed to coming out to y'all. Um, it's literally not a camera issue because I can see myself in the screen. It's working. So thank you. I don't know how y'all possibly think you know more than me about my own shit, but okay. Anyway, so the assisting U.S. attorney is like, no disputes this time. Ha 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 ha. And now they think Jane isn't going to get started on the stand today, given how this is going. We would like to get Enrique Santos on today. Some exhibits for Jane and some tech issues. Okay, so everyone's having tech issues, y'all. It's not just me. The jury comes out and then is told to return to the jury room. Jurors, we have some tech issues. Have to go under the tables. I'm going to ask you to retire to the jury room just for your comfort. We'll bring you back in a few minutes. Okay. So they're having technical issues in the courtroom as well. Okay. That's good to know. Brand. I know. I try to keep it cute. I do. It's yeah, I mean, it's more likely that it's Diddy's demons. So I've reached my truth telling limit. They're throttling my connection. No, y'all, I really do think like something or someone messed with my Wi-Fi like last week and expected me to not be able to go live. I'll have more details on that at a later date, but I would not be surprised to find out someone like literally intentionally is messing with my Wi-Fi. But also a lot of people are having Wi-Fi issues right now. So it's like, I don't know, something might be just going on. Mercury is not in retrograde, I heard, but it feels like it. Okay, she resumes her testimony. Less than a minute ago, the questioning of BANA has resumed. Let me see which internet I'm on. No, yeah, that's the right one, I think. Okay, here, let's go to this. Jury comes out, then they're told to return to the jury room. So what about the tweet thing? Can y'all see that fine? It's just the camera part. It's not this. Can y'all read the Intercity Press thing? Okay, 37 seconds ago, they come back. What happened on the balcony? I was there. Who else was there? Cassie and my ex-girlfriend at the time. What were you doing? Sleeping on the couch with my ex, right? So I guess at the time that's BANA's like girlfriend, but because she said ex-girlfriend at the time. So it was the ex at the time, or was it just the girlfriend and now it's your ex? I'm confused. What were you doing? I was sleeping on the couch with my ex. Were you doing substances? I don't recall. What did you do when Diddy arrived? I took my ex-girlfriend to the bathroom and I went, shh. Why? Why would you shush her? I didn't want to expose her to what I saw. Then what? Then I went out on the balcony. Sorry, I had to send a text. I'm troubleshooting the Wi-Fi at the moment. Okay, what did you do when Mr. Combs arrived? I took my ex-girlfriend to the bathroom and I went, shh. Why did you go shh? BANA said, because I didn't want to expose her to what I saw. Okay, well, and then what happened? She said, went out on the balcony and either lit the blunt or was about to. Okay, so she was like, no, I have to, I need my medicine. Sorry, gotta go on the balcony. Thanks so much, Brittany, for the $9.99 super chat. You can't help the internet lining up in the video feed. Exactly. It's just, it even is showing me too, like connection is unstable. Try plugging in your router or moving closer. Okay, I'm about to try something, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm about to try something. And it might help the camera. So give me, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. Welcome into my world. You're playing my game. Thought that you could come up and they're fitting off of my knee. Talking out the side of your neck like you're insane. Cortisol levels to the roof. Inflame. Kids these days so shameless. Selling out real friends for a paycheck. Mama didn't teach them no home training. Wanna be me so bad, but they failing. Step to the plate though. I'll take a challenger. I ain't scared of no low life scavenger. I should warn you though, if you haven't heard, I ain't no Colleen ukulele ballanger. Shots been fired. Wanna tell that? Say it to my face though. Now behind my back. Won't be long till you share it in the group chat. And when I call you up, you're gonna backtrack. And you should've kept the name out your mouth. That's though how it all turned out. When you try to use my name for a cloud, keep on going. Give you something you can talk about. Welcome into my world. You're playing my game. Thought that you could come up and everything. Okay, I tried something. I don't know if that's gonna help, but now I can actually say I've done all I can do. Okay, let's see. Thanks so much, Angela, for the $4.99. A super chat. Dana, the last Diddy BM works cybersecurity. Oh, the last Diddy's baby's mother works cybersecurity. I wonder if she's doing things. That would be crazy. I don't know. Cybersecurity doesn't necessarily mean you can do an AstroTurf, but respect to the law, respect to Allah, respect to halal. What she was saying, all the halal, the law. Okay. Okay. What did you do? What did okay, let's see. Do we have anything new? She continues on. She says, Diddy came up behind me on the balcony. He lifted me up and he put me on the railing of the balcony. Can you show us how he held you? Show us how much did you weigh at the time? I can't say because of the substances, but maybe like about 115 pounds. Okay, so she was very small in stature. Tisa said earlier she's 4'11". I don't know if Tisa was exaggerating or she's really literally 4'11", but she does seem very small. I think she might even said in her lawsuit she was 4'11", actually. Okay, so she's describing the incident on the balcony, and she's like, Diddy came up behind me. He lifted me up. He put me on the railing. Then she does a demonstration of how Diddy put her on the railing. How much did you weigh? I can't say because of the substances at the time, but I guess about 115 pounds. What did Diddy scream at you? She said he yelled, you know what the F you did? I said back to him, no, I don't know what the F I did. How long did he hold you there? She said, I don't, however long it takes to say that multiple times. You know what you did. And he said it multiple times. Okay. I got internet person come and look at my internet. And you know, the soonest they can get here, Thursday. Okay. Let's see if anything else is going on. No, CNN, we're up to date on that one. That one, NBC, we're also up to date on. Let's try Washington Post. We can read this later, maybe. A look at Diddy's jail and its infamous residents. Like, there's been a lot of really famous people in that jail. Okay, 4 minutes ago, let me stop these two. Maybe that's slowing the internet down. And close some of this stuff. Okay. 4 minutes ago, Wesley Parnell, WashingtonPost.com. The jury had to briefly return to the jury room after lunch while the attorneys worked on some wiring problems with their monitors. The judge joked that it was good to see the prosecution and the defense working together. He's funny. 2 minutes ago, Ann Brannigan said BANA is back on the stand, ready to continue testifying under a subpoena as soon as the court works through some technical difficulties with the monitor. The government wants Bongolan to corroborate details of Cassie's testimony and to help establish that force and violence were endemic to Combs's world. So I was in Attorney Simone came out and was given a little middle of the day update thing, and that's when I was like, oh my god, she's got sunglasses on. It is hot outside. I went outside of my yard in New Jersey in the grass for a few moments, and I started to get a little wet, and I was like, no, I gotta go inside. And these ladies are out here, makeup, hair, and reporting with their phones, and then it's like they have the shortest lunch break. It's just so impressive. But anyway, she was saying on her live, she was like, I don't understand like why they have even BANA up here. Like, what is BANA really like adding to this? Like, what's the adding? Like, you know, right? Simone was saying it's Attorney. Wait, is Attorney Simone is the same person as Girl Is That Legal, right? Or that's two different people. Hold on, now I need to make sure I'm talking about the right person. Okay, Girl Is That Legal. Is her name Simone? Girl Is That Legal, Attorney Simone. Yes. Attorneys were really brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Just so y'all know who I'm talking about. This is her. This is her channel, and she was live. I was watching it right here. And anyway, I guess this is why. Am I subscribed, girl? Yes. I'm subscribed on BJ Investigates, I think. Okay. So I think it's for this reason. Because they have to establish that force, fraud, coercion, and they also have to establish the pattern of racketeering activity prerequisites, which includes threats of violence and violence. So I think it's two of the like RICO things here. And it also corroborates Cassie's testimony, which is like another third kind of thing there. But that being said, y'all, I'm not inside the courtroom. We're not in that courtroom. I haven't been in that courtroom not one time, not one day during this trial. So I can only really just get a sense of like the different outlets, the different creators who are there, and the different journalists, the different things that are coming up. I'm not in the courtroom. So it may seem like, oh yeah, it's so needed out here on paper, but in the courtroom, it's like the jury is bored or something. So BANA, this is the Washington Post 2 minutes ago, Ann Brannigan continued, BANA, who has her own pending lawsuit. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed a sentence. To help establish that force and violence were endemic to Diddy's world. The defense plans to argue that some events that BANA is going to talk about didn't happen. And this is kind of two birds, one stone for Diddy, because this is giving him a preview of letting his lawyers go after BANA on the stand. And it's going to be a little practice run for however it's going to be going down in court whenever they have to go to court in the civil case where BANA sued him. Okay, so Diddy's side is going to say some of this stuff did not happen. All right, she has her own pending lawsuit. She's wearing a long plaid blazer and black pants. Her sleeves are rolled up, displaying her tattooed forearms, and she has long bleached hair, curled and parted in the middle or down the middle. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try one other thing with the internet really quick. Wait, give me 30 seconds again, or maybe 50. Take it back to the hometown. A 225. Don't make 'em like this no more. Take it to the dance floor. Y'all ain't never heard it like this before. My DJ and your DJ, they sat down on a bio. My DJ don't play no game. He throw that fire. He throw that. Echo one day. He throw that. Chakamotinane. He throw that. My DJ and your DJ, they say echo one day. He throw that. Chakamotinane. That fire. My grandma to your pirate, they sat down on a bio. My grandma say you're pirate. I set this camp on fire. Talk about it now. I go one day. Listen, let my phone let me shine because I could do this all day. You know that I could do this all day. Back to the hometown. I-10 westbound. Show 'em what I'm talking about. Show 'em like this. It's that 225. It's that 318. That 504. That overdrive. Little pond, big fish. One shot, don't miss. Heard it like this before. Back to the dance floor. Okay. Now I think I've done all I can do. So if this Wi-Fi isn't working, I don't know. I got the internet person coming in a couple days, so hopefully it doesn't last that long. Thanks so much, Tina, for the $5 super chat. Diddy's demons are taking out everyone's tech today. There it is. I rebuke. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Okay, let's get back to this. So she got long bleached hair. We got an NBC update. Okay, 2 minutes ago, NBC News, BANA testifies that Diddy yelled at her while holding her over a balcony. She testified she was dangled over the 17th story balcony for like maybe 10 or 15 seconds while Diddy yelled, "You know what the F you did." She said she had no idea what he was talking about and told Diddy as much. Diddy allegedly came up behind her and lifted her above his chest to hold her up against the balcony, she told the court. She described herself as 5'1" at the time. I don't know how she would be different now. I guess I did shrink an inch in law school. She described herself as 5'1" at the time and weighing 100 to 115 pounds. That's a little person. Okay, that's a small stature. She told the court she was trying not to slip while pushing back on Diddy because she was scared she was going to fall. Okay. So the most recent thing she said on Inner City Press tweets that we read was, how long did he hold you there? And she said, however long it takes to say that multiple times, you know what the F you did. You know what the F you did. Okay, but then what happened next? He threw me on the balcony furniture. Were you injured? She said, I didn't know at first. What did Cassie say? Something along the lines of, did you just hang her over the balcony? And then I heard Cassie say her girlfriend is in the house. At that time, Diddy left and I left. I wanted to take a shower. I felt disgusted. I saw a huge bruise on my leg with like a piercing in the middle. A piercing in the middle of the bruise on the leg? I guess it was like punctured or something. And she had back and neck pain. Is this photo A fair and accurate representation of your leg. She took a picture of the leg bruise, everybody. Okay. I called one of my managers and they said, if you're scared of anything else, go to a chiropractor. Did you tell the chiropractor who did this to you? She said, no. They asked, but I just paid and I took the neck brace. Is the neck brace in this photo of you? BANA said, yes. Do you ever talk with Diddy about this? Did you ever talk with Diddy about this? I said, I don't want any problems with you. And he didn't say anything. When did you last see Diddy or them, whoever them is? January 2nd, 2018. That's the last time she saw them. And that's the same year everything went down. That's whenever the best friend didn't talk to Cassie anymore. Cassie met her new man, leaves Diddy for good. Kim Porter dies. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on in 2018. I thought this too. Scientology came to my mind as well. Chiropractor. Now, I will tell you, some of them are very good, like the what are they called? Osteopath. That's kind of like a sort of like, I know they're not chiropractors, it's a totally different thing, but they do be cracking you and stuff. And some of them are really good. What is this long thing? Okay, here we go. A minute ago, CNN.com, BANA offers more details on when she says Diddy held her over a balcony in 2016. Madison Smizer directed BANA Bongolan back to the incident on the balcony of Cassie's apartment in LA. BANA testified she was asleep with her ex-girlfriend on a couch in Cassie's apartment when she heard Diddy banging on the door, and it was September 2016. Cassie was in her bedroom at the time, and BANA took her ex-girlfriend to hide in a guest bathroom and then went. Okay, so she took the ex-girlfriend to hide in the guest bathroom. Then she herself went to the balcony because she wanted to appear casual. That's why she was saying she was lighting a blunt. She said she hid, and she also has done immunity here. So she's gotten an immunity deal, and it's probably because she was, going to be testifying to this type of stuff. I don't know if it was legal at the time. Who knows what they're going to try to get people for. So she was just like, going to be better safe than sorry. Before I'm up here telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, y'all going to give me immunity. She said she hid she hid her girlfriend, her ex-girlfriend, in the bathroom, and then she left out of the bathroom herself, and she went onto the balcony to appear casual. She had a 420 on the balcony facing away from the door when Diddy came out to the balcony. I either lit it or I was about to light it, but he basically came up behind me. He lifted me up and then had me on top of the rail. She testified Diddy grabbed her chest and then held her by the armpits over the railing. Her feet were dangling above the railing. She's about 5 feet tall. Her feet were dangling above the railing? Diddy ain't that tall. How could her feet be dangling above the railing? Diddy would have to be 10 feet tall. CNN, I don't know if this is exactly what she said. Maybe they were dangling above the railing. Like, I can't even imagine how the physics of that would work. She's 5 feet tall. Diddy's like, what, maybe 6 feet? He ain't tall like that. You know what the F you did. You know what the F you did. BANA said she still doesn't even know what he was talking about. She recalled responding something like, I don't know what the F I did. After about 15 seconds dangling over the balcony railing, Diddy threw her on the balcony furniture. She said she had a lot of adrenaline and she did not realize that she was hurt right away. She said as she was falling, she heard Cassie's voice asking something like, did you just hang her over the balcony? And it sounded like she was in disbelief, like Cassie was in disbelief. Cassie and Diddy then began talking, and BANA heard something about her girlfriend being in the house. Diddy left shortly after. After Diddy left, BANA went back to her own apartment. I was shaking a lot, she said. She said she had a big bruise with a piercing in the middle of it on her leg. That is what she said, I guess. And then she suffered neck and back pain. The jury saw a picture of the bruise. We got an update from Washington Post 6 minutes ago. This is Anne Brannigan. We've come to perhaps the most anticipated part of BANA's testimony. The day in 2016 referenced in her lawsuit against Diddy when she says he dangled her over a high-rise balcony. She told the jury she and her girlfriend were staying at her close friend Cassie's 17th floor condo in LA, sleeping on Cassie's couch when they heard Diddy banging on the door. BANA jumped up and instructed her girlfriend to hide in the bathroom, holding her finger to her lips to indicate she should keep quiet. When asked why she hid her girlfriend, BANA responded, "I didn't want to expose her to the things that I see." How do you remember the last date that you saw them? She said, "I remember because I tattooed the date on myself. It's the day I decided to get sober. It was a New Year's thing in Miami." Wow. This definitely makes it credible. I feel like this makes it feel credible. I mean, she could be lying. Anybody could be lying, but this definitely, like a lot of the stuff with Mia, she didn't have pictures. She didn't tell anybody at the time. She didn't have, it was like Brian Steele really came after her for those reasons. But a lot of those reasons they're not going to be able to use with BANA. When's the last time you talked to them? When the last time you saw them? January 2nd. I don't know what them is. Because she says she's still friends with Cassie. January 2nd, 2018. How do you remember? I tattooed the date on myself. Why? It's the day I decided to get sober. Wow. In Miami at the One Hotel, Puff, Cassie, and I did 8 hours of horse tranquilizer together. Are you aware that Cassie included the balcony incident in her complaint? Yes, I told Cassie she had the facts wrong. It wasn't in a hotel. And Tiffany Red, I guess they're saying. Have you talked to Cassie about your testimony or her testimony? No, I can't. I have nightmares. I scream. When's the last time you had nightmares? The other day. Have you hired a lawyer about the balcony incident? Yes, my first lawyer. I hired them in January 2024. Did you mention everything in your first meeting with us? No. Did your first lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, represents her? Oh, did represent her. Did your first lawyer send demand letters to Diddy? BANA said, yep, multiple. And the demand was high. The lawyer is the one that picked that amount. Did you approve those letters? No, I did not approve Tyrone Blackburn's letters, and I let him go. Which lawyer? Tyrone Blackburn. Ooh, where's Rabbit? Rabbit's going to love that. She is not a fan of Tyrone Blackburn. She's been following him since like T.I. and Tiny stuff, though. She heard about him before I even did. She said that Tyrone Blackburn sent letters that she didn't even approve of. Did people reach out to you? Yep. Tiffany Red, I think. The producer, Rob Holiday. Was he friends with Diddy? Yep. The judge, and then Westmoreland wants to have a sidebar. She wants object? Why? She didn't object or... Look. Did people reach out to you? Yes. Tiffany and Cassie, we know what side they're on. And then the producer, Rob Holiday. Holiday, Holladay. He was friends with Diddy. Diddy's lawyer, Nicole Westmoreland, is like, Your Honor, please, can we have a sidebar? And the judge is like, yeah. Okay, we're getting some more details from CNN about the testimony. BANA says Diddy or one of his team FaceTimed her a day or two after the balcony incident. Okay, so she doesn't remember who exactly FaceTimed her. I remember saying a couple times, I don't want any problems with you. She testified Diddy didn't say much, but he kept putting his hands over his head and breathing and alternating, looking away from the camera and then looking back. Oh, it reminds me of that faux apology video. BANA said she did not report the incident on the balcony to police because she was scared. She said she and Diddy saw each other after the incident and she tried to be cool. 3 minutes ago, BANA says she saw a chiropractor after the injury. She testified she told her managers about the incident and one advised her to at least see a chiropractor if she was too scared to do anything else. She said she saw the chiropractor that day, but she didn't disclose who caused the injuries. The jury was shown a photo of her neck and back that appeared reddened and covered with bandages. The image shown was actually a photo of an iPhone displaying the original picture. She said her ex-girlfriend took the photo and she couldn't airdrop it. Why not? She testified she didn't seek further medical treatment at the time because the substances in her system numbed the pain. She says last time she was with Diddy and Cassie was New Year's 2018 in Miami. BANA said the last time she hung out with Diddy and Cassie was around New Year's 2018. She testified that she went to the penthouse suite at the One Hotel in Miami with Diddy and Cassie for New Year's, where they did substances for 8 hours. After that, she left. Okay, hold on. I think I got a fix. For my Wi-Fi. One more intermission. Hopefully there's only one more. Just give me a second. I'm going to take an intermission. Hopefully this will fix it. Take it back to the hometown. A 225. Don't look like this no more. Take it to the dance floor. Really never heard it like this before. My DJ and your DJ, they sat down on a bio. My DJ don't play no game. He throw that fire. He throw that. Echo one day. He throw that. Chocolate Pinani. He throw that. My DJ and your DJ, they say echo one day. He throw that. Chocolate throw that fire. My grandma to your pirate, they sat down on a bio. My grandma say you're pirate. I set this camp on fire. Talk about it now. I go one day. Listen, let my phone let me shine because I could do this all day. I could do this all day. Back to the hometown. I-10 westbound. Show 'em what I'm talking about. Show 'em like this. It's that 225. It's that 318. That 504. That overdrive. Little pond, big fish. One shot, don't miss. Heard it like this before. Back to the dance floor. Hey now, hey now. That's our 225. I go one day. Hey now, hey now. I go one day. Hey now, hey now. I go one day. Hey now, hey now. That's our 225. Hey now, hey now. I go one day. Hey now, hey now.
Hey, you want to take a picture by the car?
No, thank you. Who are you talking to? Because I know it ain't me.
You tried it.
Oh,
Give me a purse.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to say.
No, sir.
Call my bag. Me too.
Okay, I don't think that did anything, so that's a bummer. Anyway, I'm just definitely blaming Diddy and his demons. I've literally tried like hotspots. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, it's so aggravating. Okay. She testified she went to the penthouse suite. So she's talking about the last time she ever talked to these people, the last time she ever hung out with them. She was in the penthouse suite at the One Hotel in Miami. And she did a horse tranquilizer with Diddy and Cassie for 8 straight hours. After that, she left and decided she could no longer use substances. Well, I want to know what. I have questions. She tattooed the date on her neck as a commitment to get sober and not go back. Good for her. She said she wasn't able to get sober right away, but she is sober now. After leaving the hotel in Miami that day, she said her relationship with Cassie became sporadic. 3 new updates from NBC News. 14 minutes ago, Cassie was in disbelief following Diddy's balcony threat. She was this is NBCnews.com. She was in a nearby room, Cassie was. She didn't witness Diddy allegedly dangling BANA over the balcony, but she was nonetheless shocked by the incident. Quote, he threw me on the balcony furniture. It definitely hurt. I wasn't sure if she was injured or I was injured. Cassie was in her bedroom, but she came out. I heard her voice. Her tone was in disbelief. BANA tried to talk to Diddy about the incident to no avail. A day or two after the balcony incident, BANA said she received a FaceTime call from either Diddy or someone on his team. She told the court that she repeatedly stated she didn't want to have problems with Diddy, but Diddy didn't say much. BANA testified that Diddy put his hand over his head while looking into the camera. So this is like, it's a protective like defense mechanism, but it's also something we've seen him do. Like even in that picture from earlier, he was doing this, like clawing his head. Balcony incident left witness with nightmares and paranoia. 5 minutes ago, NBCnews.com. After Diddy allegedly dangled BANA over the balcony, she said she was left with a lasting psychological impact. She testified that she had nightmares and used to scream in her sleep. She added that she dealt with feelings of paranoia, sometimes peeking her head out of her own home just to make sure the area is clear. Wow. I believe it. Okay, we have 2 new updates from Washington Post. Wesley Parnell, 6 minutes ago, after hiding her ex-girlfriend in the bathroom of Cassie's apartment, BANA testified she walked out to the 17th story to act casual. Diddy grabbed her from behind, lifted her up, put her on top of the rail. She was trying not to slip. When asked how long Diddy held her over the railing, she recalled the words he yelled at her. You know what the F you did. You know what the F you did. She said in a staccato voice, sounding each syllable out. If you repeat the words over and over, it was about 15 seconds. 4 minutes ago, the jury is looking at graphic photos, bandages and a neck brace and a baseball-sized bruise with a puncture wound in the middle of it. BANA testified Diddy gave her these injuries when he dangled her over a high-rise balcony railing, then threw her onto the patio furniture. They're back. Who did Mr. Holiday say he was calling for? Puff. What offer was he authorized? What offer was he authorized to offer? So something about an offer. Objection, Your Honor. The judge sustained it. So I'm sure they just took this long sidebar, this 8-minute sidebar, to talk about this offer. It sounds like Diddy, somebody called Rob Holiday. Let me see. Producer Rob Holiday. Producer Rob Holiday. Apparently called on behalf of Diddy. I'm looking for pictures of him. I think this is him right here. Producer, music and film industry, grew up in Virginia, been putting out hit tracks since high school. Became so enamored with the craft. It freaks me out when they call it a craft. He dropped out to pursue a career in the music industry. After the success of Diddy reached out to him in 2008 and offered him an opportunity to produce for Cassie and Day 26. After the success of those records, Diddy offered Rob a deal to join Bad Boy Records. Immediately after inking the deal with Bad Boy, Diddy wasted no time and put him to work on his next album. Since then, he landed a deal with Universal Publishing Group, won a Latin Grammy, and has worked with the top artists in the music industry from Diddy, Drake, Justin Timberlake, Wiz, Usher, Chris Brown, 50 Cent, Juicy J, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, French Montana, Eve, Meek Mill, Lola Monroe, Jeremiah, King Loss, Fabulous, Jay Electronica, Kid Ink, Man, Casey Veggies, and Nicki Minaj. In 2013, he executive produced Cassie's new mixtape. Okay, so he also produced Cassie's mixtape and currently was executive producing Cassie and Diddy's new album under Interscope. Wait, they had a new album together under Interscope in 2015? Bad Boy's leading producer and entrepreneur keeps pushing the limits of music and is excited for everyone to listen to what he has in store this year. Okay, so this guy is the one who allegedly called BANA, she said, and offered her some type of offer on the behalf of P. Diddy. How did you feel during the call? I declined the offer. That's not a response to the question. The judge said sustained. Move on unless you're prepared to ask some of the foundational questions we discussed at Sidebar. So the judge is fussing now, not at Diddy's lawyers, but at the prosecution. He's saying, cut it out. If you keep going down this line of questioning, then we're going to have to get those foundational questions in that you don't want to ask. Okay, fine. Next question. Did you ever talk to Diddy again or Rob Holiday again? She said no. Still has nightmares and paranoia. Wait, did we already read that? Yeah, we did. Okay. BANA no, we didn't. Testified she spoke to Cassie after Cassie filed her lawsuit in 2023. She told Cassie there were a few details wrong about the balcony incident she described in Cassie's lawsuit, such as it not happening at a hotel and Cassie having the date wrong. When asked if she experiences lasting effects from the incident with Diddy, she said yes. She testified she experiences nightmares, a lot of paranoia, and she used to scream a lot in her sleep, but it's dissipated a bit. She said she didn't experience any of those things before the incident. She did hire a lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, last year in January. He made a monetary demand to Diddy regarding the balcony incident. BANA testified that she fired Tyrone Blackburn when she realized he had included incorrect information in the monetary demand paperwork. She was like, I didn't even authorize that, and I fired him. Cassie allegedly confronted Diddy following the balcony incident. BANA testified Wednesday that her friend Cassie confronted Diddy after he allegedly held BANA over the balcony. BANA told the court that after Diddy allegedly held her over the balcony, he threw her on the balcony furniture, and she testified that she wasn't sure if she was injured or not at the time because she had the adrenaline. Cassie was allegedly in her bedroom during the incident, but she came out of the room in disbelief. "Did you just hang her over the balcony?" she asked. She claimed Cassie told him that BANA's girlfriend was in the house, and Diddy then swiftly left. Get the vibe. Nordstrom said, "I get the vibe that the judge has given up on Team Diddy behaving like adults, so he's only expecting normal behavior from the assistant U.S. attorney." Less than 1 minute ago, CNN.com said, "BANA says music producer called her in 2024 and said he was authorized by Diddy to talk about a settlement." Woo! They weren't supposed to get this in. BANA testified that a music producer named Rob Holiday reached out to her in early 2024. She said Holiday had been one of her best friends for a long time, and he was also friends with Diddy. She said Holiday called her on FaceTime, and he appeared to be in Diddy's backyard in Beverly Hills. She testified that Holiday told her he was calling on behalf of Diddy, and he was authorized to talk about settling with her. BANA confirmed that about a month or two after she spoke with him, her current attorney did help her to file a lawsuit against Diddy, and she's no longer friends with Holiday. That used to be like one of her best friends, and now she's not friends with him anymore. Okay, we get some details here. Anne Brannigan from Washington Post said, while the photos of BANA's injuries were being shown to the court, Diddy leaned over to his attorney, Teeny Garagos, and peered into a monitor displaying the images. Teeny's hands were steepled in front of her face as Diddy spoke to her. Diddy, who has been leaning back in his chair and listening intently to BANA's testimony, briefly motioned toward the monitor again when another image came up of Bongolan's bandaged back. He spoke to his lawyer as BANA described her efforts to get sober, and she testified that certain details of the balcony incident in Cassie's lawsuit were incorrect. 1 minute ago, Anne Brannigan, Washington Post, the government attempted to ask BANA about an alleged settlement between herself and Diddy. That line of questioning went nowhere after the defense objected and the judge shut it down. Diddy allegedly dangling Cassie's friend over a balcony left her in a neck brace. Wore a neck brace after Diddy held her off a balcony and slammed her in the furniture. I'm sure the furniture slam was what caused the neck brace need and not the balcony dangling. BANA said she left Cassie's apartment and went home after the incident in 2016. She went to take a shower because she felt disgusting and noticed a bruise on her leg. She said she also had back and neck pain. The jury was shown photos which were taken on the day of the alleged incident. BANA claims she went to the chiropractor the same day as the incident because she was freaked out. So she went the same day. According to her, one of her managers said to go to the chiropractor. She claimed the chiropractor asked, "Who did this to you?" And she said she didn't tell him. She said, "I was scared." The jury was then shown a photo of BANA's back and neck. There were bandages where the pain was, according to her testimony. She was wearing a neck brace from the chiropractor. She explained she did not seek other medical attention right away because she was scared and she had substances in her system. She later sought medical treatment when she decided to get sober. Okay, after another sidebar, the objections were sustained and the judge was like, just move on. Your lawsuit. Did you write the lawsuit? No. How much money is being requested? $10 million. Nothing further. Cross-examination, Nicole Westmoreland. Yes, please. So Nicole Westmoreland, the one who cross-examined, I believe it was Dawn Richard, she's going to be cross-examining BANA. I'm just updating the other sources. Okay, witness shares further details on aftermath. She said Diddy or someone on his security team video called her a day or two after she was dangled from the balcony. She said, I remember saying a couple times, I don't want any problems with you. She further testified Diddy didn't speak a lot, but constantly placed his hands over his head and breathed. He also kept looking away from the camera and looking back. The witness didn't report the incident to the police because she was scared. She told the court she tried to be cool when she saw Diddy again. The last time she was with Diddy and Cassie was around New Year's in 2018 when she went to the penthouse suite at the one hotel in Miami. She testified they did horse tranquilizer for 8 hours. After that hangout, she decided she could no longer use substances. I need to ask you some questions, Diddy's attorney, Nicole Westmoreland, said. You have immunity as long as you tell the truth. Sorry, you have immunity as long as what you say today is true, right? Yes. And who decides if you're lying? Bongolan's like, I don't know, the prosecutors? It's the jury. That's who it is. Miss Bongolan, you were a graphic designer? Yes. Okay, that's the most recent for Inner City. Thank you to C for the $1.99 super chat. Brianna is 4 feet 11 inches tall, 100 pounds plus or minus. Okay, thank you, thank you. Shout out to my Uncle Dut in the chat. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Ico remix. Yes. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yes, that one's the remix. It says my grandma and your parent. My grandma and your parent. Isn't that one good? Thanks so much for the $1.99 super chat. Shout out to the uncles and the cousins and the aunties and the everybody else in the chat. Well, Armand Wiggins said the day before yesterday, yesterday was his birthday. So he had already said he was not going to be going live. And he said it the night before. He said, everybody's going to come over here tomorrow and they're going to say, where's the video? Where's the live? I'm telling you right now, tomorrow's my birthday and I'm going to go live from the courthouse tomorrow in the morning, which he did do, and he got chased down. So I don't think it's him that was not allowed back in. I don't think it was him. And I was not able to confirm. He actually did say Mia's name. I didn't see anywhere where he did that. So if he did do that, I didn't see it. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Susie. Shout out to you becoming a member. I had a members only live stream this morning. It was a get ready with me. Less than a minute ago, Bongolan says she's seeking $10 million in her lawsuit against Diddy. She said she's really not expecting. She said she's not expecting any money to come from her testimony at this trial. She said she filed the lawsuit because she wanted to seek justice for what happened to her. Her direct testimony is over, and now Diddy's lawyers get to cross-examine. Okay, next question. You and Cassie would work on designs, including at her house, right? Yes. All right, so you were focused on a t-shirt design. BANA said there were a lot of things. There was a lot of things I was focused on. And Cassie asked you to come over? Yes. So this is Diddy getting his side of the story out. So we're getting more details. I mean, I didn't know anything about she was focused on a t-shirt. Cassie asked her to come over. Maybe that was in that original lawsuit. I do have it. I did read it, but y'all, I've probably read 30 of those freaking lawsuits. And they all kind of start to blur. 3 minutes ago, theindependent.com said defense attorney begins cross-examination. Prosecutors ended their questioning of BANA, and Diddy is now conducting cross-examination. At the end of questioning, prosecutors asked BANA how much she requested from her lawsuit with Diddy, to which she replied, $10 million. Being dangled over a balcony isn't worth $10 million, witness says 1 minute ago. The witness says she sued Diddy for $10 million in order to seek justice for what happened to her on the balcony. When she was asked by the prosecution if she could give away $10 million for the balcony incident to have never happened, she said unequivocally, yes, I would rather it just never happened. Okay. So we're back here with oh, Lord, y'all. Are they trying to make it seem like Cassie and this girl were having a fling? You suggested Cassie do a photo shoot in the pool with just a t-shirt, didn't you? She said, well, that wasn't the first idea, but yeah. And you began to feel comfortable with her. BANA said, yeah, sounds about right. And then you spent the night. Yeah. So far, I don't see anything wrong with any of this. I mean, other than if the little shirt pool photo shoot is a little sensual, but that's just like how people were doing photo shoots back then. I mean, it is a little grotesque, all the titties out and all the booty crack out and every other thing else, but like that is what they was doing and still are. I mean, WAP anybody? Ew. That song is grotesque and detestable. Ugh. Anyway. Being dangled over a balcony. Oh, we already read that. Oh, they had put something else new up and they deleted it. I hate when they do that. NBC is notorious for it. Okay, 39 seconds ago, New York Post. Ben Kochman and Priscilla Gregory. Jurors hear about Cassie's friend's $10 million lawsuit against Diddy over balcony incident. BANA told jurors about how she has an open $10 million lawsuit against Diddy for dangling her off the balcony, allegedly. She lawyered up in 2024, January, and she first tried to settle with Diddy outside of court, but she ended up turning down an offer. And eventually she filed a lawsuit November last year, like about exactly a year after Cassie did. So where we left off with Inner City Press, they having the wet t-shirt photo shoot in the swimming pool. Okay. Nerdy Nori said, oh, he's about to make this a lovesick thing. You wanted her and she rejected you. I think he's going to try to make it seem like they were like having a relation or something. Okay, so 1 minute ago, we get some more information from NBC News, Adam Rice, Ying Fang, and Doha Madani. Defense opens up cross-examination by probing witnesses' immunity. Nicole Westmoreland began cross-examination of BANA by asking her again about the immunity order she was provided for her testimony. Westmoreland clarified that the protection against prosecution only works if BANA is truthful. She then followed up by asking BANA who she understands has the power to decide whether she's truthful or not. She said, I guess the prosecutors. Yeah, they might have been freaking off without Diddy. He might have been thinking that. Are they going to kiss? Somebody said. And you went to parties with Cassie, didn't you? She said, no, not going to parties. We partied. Oh, okay. And you did a lot of substances with Cassie, didn't you? BANA said, yup. How did 420 make you feel? She said, sometimes hungry. Just refreshing through the sources. Just now, we got an update from the Washington Post. Wesley Parnell. BANA testified that she is seeking $10 million in damages from Diddy in a separate lawsuit because she wanted to seek justice for what happened to her on the balcony. That suit was filed late last year in LA Supreme Court. State Supreme Court? Los Angeles State Supreme Court. You can read about it in dozens of other suits in our updating lawsuit tracker. Oh, that's a good little tool. Oh, I don't want to sign up. No, thank you. BANA is now being cross-examined by Nicole Westmoreland. I gotta sneeze. Whew. Nicole Westmoreland, who started on a heavy note, speaking forcefully into the microphone. Who gets to decide if you've lied? Listen, Nicole Westmoreland earns her paycheck. So does Brian Steele. I mean, he's going to hell, so I hope, the money, he spends it in a fun way on earth because he's probably going to hell. All right, let's see. Just refreshing all the different. Oh, we got to update Washington Post. Nicole Westmoreland was a late addition in Diddy's sprawling defense team, which includes at least 8 attorneys. She's cross-examined just one witness before now, Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard, on May 19th. How does EX make you feel? Uplifted. What about G? BANA said, like the negative parts of alcohol. What about perk? I threw up. Cocoa Puff? Oh, that is tobacco, nicotine, 420, and cocaine. I never heard of that before. That is a very funny name. Cocoa Puff. Stop. Oh my God. It's reminding me of the Down Down Baby, O Street in a Range Rover. Remember that one? How could you forget it? Now I wonder, is that song about the Cocoa Puff? Yeah, pass it to me now. Cocoa Puff. People were saying they were saying go puff. There's no way. Yeah, don't tell me how to act. Yeah, puff, pass it to me now. Oh my god. Stop. Hey, my lord. Oh my god, Nelly can please don't nobody tell me anything Nelly ever did wrong. He can do no wrong in my eyes. No, CD Pre said no. That's not what it was. But what else would it be? Go street in a Range Rover, boom, boom, baby. Ready to let it go, Jimmy. Cocoa Puff. That is what he says. Light it up and take a puff. Pass it to me now. What else could... Nelly. I know. She's so jazzy. I know he did. And I hope he ain't in trouble for it. But all I can say is if I did something like that, I would be in trouble. I'm always getting in trouble for everything, even stuff I don't even do. So it's just interesting to me. Some people are just out here breaking court orders. Anyway, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you for the $1.99 super sticker, Maria. Thank you. Nazaree's World is like, that is what it is. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist. Yes, I know that one. Cocoa Puffs are what Whitney Houston told Oprah she was doing. Y'all. Well, Kat is saying Tisa accidentally slipped up and said somebody's name. Kat, you need to send the proof of it to Tisa because she's offering $10,000 to somebody that's got proof of it. So you could be a 10,000-aire if you can send proof of that. Hot in Here is a telltale song too. All I know is just it's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. I'm getting so hot. And take our clothes off. It is crazy. It is crazy, L. Anthony. I don't know. I don't understand. It just seems like it's just power. I remember this, Brandy, the Down Down Baby, a kid song game before Nelly made it a song. I remember it. And now I can't even remember the kid song game because I only can hear the rap song, the Nelly song in my head. Who was the low? Oh, Rob Holiday, Maria Diaz. Rob Holiday was the low budget producer that Deontay Nash mentioned. Thanks so much for the $1.99 super chat. I did not know that. We in danger. I know. Cocoa Puffs is a yummy cereal. They did say that. Listen to it pound. Light it up and take a puff. So it's Cocoa what? It ain't Cocoa Puff? I think they lying, Kristen, because I remember us all saying Cocoa Puff. But maybe we were saying Cocoa Puff because it was already a kid song. I'm going to go listen to this on myself later and listen close. Everybody's saying it's Cocoa what? I don't know, y'all. Kurt Cobain said, don't sing along to stuff you don't know the meaning of. There it is. Rest in peace, Kurt Cobain. Justice for Kurt Cobain. Allie said 2 things can be true. Way back in the 80s, there was a patty cake style slap clap song that was the same melody. Yes, it did. I remember that. I remember it. Babies in the schoolyard singing about rugs? Maybe. I listen, we were saying down by the riverside, bank to bank. What there was something about drugs in that. Coconut has no caffeine. Now you're drinking gasoline. I mean, we was definitely slap patty cake and with the drug. We didn't know what we was talking about, but we was saying some horrible things about Michael Jackson. Dude, down by the riverside. I mean, my God, woo! Thank you for the $10 super chat. Yeah, y'all, I'm learning about Cocoa Puffs today. I did not know. I remember Cocoa what? Okay, all right, Livy. All right, so maybe I'm getting it mixed up with the slap game. Woo, when are the jail calls coming out? I want to know. I want to know. What we should all compare the down by the riverside. It used to be bank to bank, and then it turned to hanky panky. Down by the riverside, hanky panky. Yeah, where the bullfrog jumped from bank to bank. And then remember, I pledge allegiance to the flag, and then something really horrible about Michael Jackson. What? Who made that? Whose older cousin told their younger cousin that and brought it to my school? That's what I want to know. Down by the bay is different. Yep, the soda pop one. I met your boyfriend at the candy store. That one. Uno, dos, siete. Yeah, down by the river with the hanky panky. See, it gets a little mistranslated. We all have like slightly different versions based on where we were and probably also our ages. Okay, 4 minutes ago, CNN.com had another update. BANA testifies most of her time with Cassie was spent doing substances. She said they partied together and used a lot of substances. She recounted the first time she spent the night at Cassie's house, confirming that Cassie asked if she liked to do the substances, and BANA said yeah, and they did the substances together. She confirmed that after that, she and Cassie spent most of their time doing the substances. You would agree with me that you and Cassie had a serious substance problem? Yes. You sold substances to Cassie a lot? Yes. You got her hundreds of pills? Yes, they were hers. I don't know how that works. I mean, they all seem to have had a serious rug issue, including Diddy. It makes me wonder, hopefully this cycle hasn't repeated, down to the children generation. Just refreshing all the different sources. Okay. Cassie's friend testifies she once did Kay for 8 hours with Cassie. She testifies she's now sober after doing substances with the singer-songwriter throughout their friendship. While on the stand, she recalled January 2nd, 2018 is the last day she hung out with Diddy and Cassie. She revealed that the date is tattooed on her neck because it's the day she decided to get sober. She said there had been a New Year's Eve party in Miami. These New Year's Eve parties keep coming up. And I wonder, New Year's Eve 2018, what was really going on in that hotel for 8 hours. She claimed they did substances together for 8 hours. She couldn't do it anymore, and she finally left. She testified now she is sober. Shout out to her. Can you name the substance dealers? She said, I don't know if I can. Okay, fine. Let's refresh. In this job, your clothing line did not work out due to the skater mentality at Diamond Supply Company. She said, BANA said, I mean, I believe they saw the vision, but whatever you say, whatever. In this job, your clothing line did not work out due to the skater mentality at Diamond Supply Company. I believe they saw the vision, but whatever. It says, oh, we got a whole nother new one. KK Scorpio, thank you for the $5 super chat. It says, smoking on dubs and clubs blown up like Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Okay, listen, in my mind, I remembered Cocoa Puff in that Nelly song. But apparently it's Cocoa what, according to the Genius lyrics. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Yes, Mar, 17, 18 were bad years for Diddy. The cereal Cocoa Puffs are for real addictive. Yeah, probably so. They yummy. Okay, Diamond. Diamond said y'all got to stop with the rug names. There's been many warnings given. The Mandela effect. I thought it was Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff, but there was like a hand clap game that had Cocoa Puff in it. So we might have just been being little innocent kids and misremembering or something. Oh my God, the milk and the cocoa, mixing the milk with the Cocoa Puff. Can we talk about that? Because I just thought it was a nasty SUL reference, but maybe it's something else going on. What's milk? And why they mixing it with his Cocoa Puff and her milk? That's what I want to know. Whoo, Cocoa Bop. Cocoa what or Puff? I think they may what in place of Puff, and Def pay it to me now. Albie said, wait, I always remember Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff. Me too. In my mind, I can even hear it. Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff. I can hear it in my mind. Puff. Wonder. Coco is also one of his producers. You got Coco, Kourtney Kardashian. Harold Corey said. Oh, maybe there's two versions, Carol said. Maybe there's two. Coca-Cola, you can't smoke. The man is talking about Mary J, but he added the kids' patty cake game. Yeah, but so Shay, probably my cousin, I see you spelled it the Louisiana way, said it was MJ. It was 420, but also it was mixed in with the cocoa. That's why it's called Cocoa Puff, because you puffing. Oh my God. A lady loves to travel, wants to know, can we move on? I don't know, girl. Go ask somebody to tweet something. What you want me to do? Just sit here in silence? Like, you want me to sit here in silence till somebody tweets something? That's not really what my job is. I mean, what? Yeah, we had a problem, BANA said, when asked if she and Cassie had a drug problem. Attorney Nicole Westmoreland asked BANA how she felt when she used substances like 420, cocaine, horse tranquilizer, G, and LS to the D. I'm going to call that one LDS. BANA said they did party a lot together and she regularly sold substances to Cassie. You would agree with me that you and Cassie had a serious substance problem? Oh yeah, we had a problem. On one occasion, she said she got Cassie so many of them, it scared her. She acknowledged that she and Cassie were doing substances together. Even before she ever met Diddy, she was doing substances with Cassie. She admitted to that. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. See people rushing me. Can we move on? I mean, can you type something and make an update that I can read? Because right now I'm looking at a 20-minute old post. Okay. So you tell me. Okay. You believed you were one of Cassie's best friends. Yes, I did. But you didn't even meet Diddy for a year. You met in 2016 the first time at a dinner at his house. Yes. And he was standoffish with you, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Did you talk to Deontay Nash after his testimony? Yes. But not about his testimony, right? She said, we all know what's going on. Oh, so you don't need to talk because you know? Objection, Your Honor. The judge said, yeah, what the hell, Nicole? Sustained. So you hired Tyrone Blackburn to sue Mr. Combs? It was to seek justice, yeah. Your definition of justice is to sue Mr. Combs? Can you rephrase that? So you're suing for money, right? Yep. Hold on, I got to get rid of this AstroTurf account. Bye. Okay. Can we move on? Can we please move on? Come on, let's move on, NBC. Give me something. People are ready to move on. Can we move on, Washington Post, who hasn't said anything for 17 minutes? What about The Independent, who hasn't updated for 25? Can we please move on? Fox News, who hasn't said anything for 21 minutes, and also New York Post, who hasn't said anything for 21 minutes. I'm begging you, can we move on? What about the Mirror? No, 6 minutes ago. Yeah, no. Some of y'all need an exorcism or a brain scan. That's what I feel like sometimes. Or a lesson just in like how to fucking act. Just Jesus. Okay. Nothing new. Look, can we move on? Can we move on? Imagine if I said that every time I was like refreshing and like trying to figure out something to talk about. No, I know. Inner City Press is working really hard. I'm just giving dramatic effect to something that some stupid person said earlier. It's just actually, the more I think about it, the more stupid it seems. Thanks so much, Blue Passion, for the $10 super chat. Ugh, make the trial move faster, BJ. Come on. I know. Hurry up. Do something. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Felipe, for the $1.99 super chat, and also for the $9.99 super sticker. Shout out to you. Thank you. I'm just saying, it's aggravating. Because the thing is, y'all, I want to move on too. I don't feel good. I want to be sitting on my couch watching somebody else live stream. Yeah, let's move back. Let's move back instead of on. Cocoa Puff remix. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. How about we keep with the Cocoa Puff remix? Virgo Goddess said the Nelly song sure wasn't about the cereal Cocoa Puffs. I don't think so either. But maybe they were fighting over the Frosted Flakes. They were fighting over the Cocoa Puffs. Thanks so much to the power of chat compels you. I mean, seriously, thanks so much for the $1.99 super chats. They're sidebarring again. I don't think they are. I think they're not going fast in the court. It's not the people who's reporting on its fault. Okay. So November 2020, they did do another sidebar. Whoever said that was right. November 2023, you're aware Cassie filed a lawsuit. You were working together then? Yes. The assistant U.S. attorney said, can we have a sidebar? Okay, they are sidebarring. Yep, sidebar. Shout out to Diddy Docket for making that graphic. Can we move on? Can we move on? All right, we have an update here. The witness admits to regular substance use. Testified both she and Cassie had once been very regular substance users when they were in Diddy's social world. Under cross-examination, she confirmed she did K, MJ, EX, cocaina, Vicodin in this time of her life. This is what they give you if you got to go to the dentist and they won't calm you down. They give you one of them. You take it before you go. She said one of her favorite substances was a Cocoa Puff. We had a problem, she said. I never heard of the Cocoa Puff. I never did a cocoa. Never even tried it in my life. Might have tried the puff. Definitely not the cocoa. And I ain't going to. Want to know why? Because I would probably like it. Then what am I going to do? Then what are we going to do? You don't have to quit something that you never start. Remember that. They sidebarring. Can we move on though? You say something stupid in this chat, you might not get called out. I don't see everything everybody says. I just see things sometimes. Dia said facts. Then what are we gonna do? Right. I already eat the Cocoa Puff cereal from time to time. I mean, not in years, probably Put in, can we move on the bingo card? Who's making the bingo card? Can we get a bingo card? Thank you, Laura, for the $9.99 super chat. Logos Focus said, stay strong, sobers. Exactly. You don't have to quit something you don't start. And if you already quit it, you're going to have to quit it again if you start again. So just keep quitting. You keep quitted. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nettie Daisy. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Curious how the defense never challenges the facts about violence, etc. Isn't that curious, Nettie? Thank you for the 10 Oilo. Thank you, Ashley, for the $4.99. Sloan Bella channeled Kim Porter, said Kim was trying to communicate that Puffy's eyes went black. Around 2007, something changed in him. It's a demon. I've been trying to tell y'all the man is infested with a legion of demons, and there's nothing that just a single exorcist is probably going to be able to do. We need a team. We need a team. Amen. I rebuke. Anyway, thanks so much to Laura. Can we put move on to the bingo card? Yeah, exactly. Sidebar song, please. I know. I need a sidebar song. Let's make one. We need to have sidebar studio session. Anybody want to come on just as the sidebar guest, and we'll work on a song during the sidebar for sidebar song. Bet you we'll have a whole album by the time this 3 more weeks is over. 1 minute ago, we have an update from CNN. Bongolan. Oh, thank you too. Thank you, Spurs, and for the $4.99 as well. Exactly, BJ. I don't buy lobster because then what if I want it every day? I mean, I might try lobster from time to time, but I don't know if you can get like the same type of chemical dependence. But who knows, girl? Can I ask what the bell does? Keep the demons away. I just like props. It's just right there, and I just do it for dramatic effect. A move on song we need, I know. Okay, a minute ago, Bongolan testifies that she first met Diddy at a dinner in his house around 2016. She said she went to the dinner as Cassie's friend. She confirmed that Diddy was very standoffish with her that day. She testified she's still friends with Cassie and Deontay Nash, who testified last week. She said she spoke with both of them since the trial began, but confirmed they have not discussed their testimony. She also testified she hired a lawyer to sue Diddy and acknowledged that the lawyers she's hired have acted on her behalf. Four minutes ago, The Independent, BANA admits to extensive substance use. You would agree with me. You had a serious substance problem. Yeah, we had a problem. She said she would provide Cassie with OPIs in the form of pain medication. They're back. So Cassie included the balcony incident in her lawsuit, didn't she? Yes, true. And Cassie said this happened at a hotel. Well, she didn't say it like that. You said your apartment. It has a balcony? I thought it was at Cassie's apartment. Y'all saw those two AstroTurf bots just now both said something. The script went wrong. Y'all saw the script off script. It's obviously these bots are programmed, in my opinion, to talk about a script and someone going off a script and to put the comments out at the same time. That's why I just block them. Okay. So we're waiting for something new, but they did just come back from the sidebar. And now Nicole Westmoreland is asking about the balcony incident, the lawsuit. And I guess they're going to try and argue that this is some type of hallucination BANA's having. The bots are hitting Diddy Docket's X account right now. I'm all day blocking in this chat. And I know the mods are, and I know all the mods are all day blocking in this chat. Block people with bad vibes, period. Exactly. That too. Jennifer Daigle, that's probably my cousin. Daigle is very popular last name in Louisiana. Said, I feel like in 2016 through 2018 era, his power was increasing to a category 5 hurricane. X is all AstroTurf. I know. At least you're clocking it real time. I know. It's like Whack-a-bot. I know. A Diamond Rainbow called it Whack-a-troll. Your lives keep me sane while I work from home and take care of my crazy toddler. Thank you for all your hard work. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Lexi B, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Mama Doll Nikki, for the $50 super chat. BJ, we all owe you for your coverage. I can work while being updated. You are the best. Yes, exactly. Y'all can listen at work. There's so many people listening at work. Shout out to people at work, working from home, working from the office, working from the tiling the floors, working from the, who else? Somebody said they work as a private chef. We got everybody at work. We at work. I'm working too. Thanks so much for the $50 super chat. Lou Taylor is watching. I was at Pascal's while waiting for you to come back, and his also kept freezing. It's like everybody. I've been drinking tea and honey all day, every day. Ninja Kitty doing their makeup. And yep, shout out to the unemployed too. Shout out to y'all too. Hell yeah. And who are training for work, and the ones chilling with their cats listening to you. Indeed. My favorite genre is somebody sitting on the couch, because that's my favorite thing to do. We sitting on the couch. I'm trying to sit on the couch. What do I do for fun? I sit on the couch and watch other people's YouTube. That's what I do. And sometimes like the occasional like game show. Okay, we got another update. Can we move on? Okay. You said your apartment has a balcony? She said, I didn't say it like that. Cassie told you she never saw you over a balcony. She said, no, ma'am, I don't remember. Nicole Westmoreland laughed in BANA's face. All right. Right here. Read this page, then look up. You had these conversations, didn't you? BANA said, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Nicole is laughing, y'all. She's laughing. She testified Cassie, this is CNN.com, 2 minutes ago. BANA testifies Cassie asked her to be named in her lawsuit over the balcony incident, but she refused. She confirmed she spoke to Cassie before and after Cassie filed her lawsuit. Cassie asked BANA to name her in connection with the balcony incident, but BANA said no. She testified she did not tell any of her friends about her own lawsuit. She testified she reconnected with Cassie around the time of her lawsuit. Under cross-examination, she testified she reconnected with Cassie and worked for her in late 2023, around the same time Cassie filed her lawsuit. Defense attorneys probed BANA about her conversations with Cassie at the time, asking if they discussed filing legal action as they worked. She said she did speak to Cassie before and after Cassie filed her lawsuit, but they didn't discuss it while they were working. They did discuss the balcony incident in relation to the location and the date it happened. She also testified that Cassie asked if she could use BANA's name in her lawsuit when discussing the incident, but BANA said, no, don't use my name. 6 minutes ago, Washington Post, Nicole Westmoreland's, this is Wesley Parnell, Nicole Westmoreland's voice is thundering through the microphone as she cross-examines BANA. A very different tactic from other defense attorneys who were generally deferential when questioning their clients' alleged victims. And all their client is Diddy. She immediately characterized BANA's testimony about Diddy's attack on her as suspect and has spent 15 minutes asking the witness to detail the substances she took with Cassie. She has listed EX, Molly Ann, G, 420, various types of pharmaceuticals, and a 420 cigarette sprinkled with cocaine, and she called it a Cocoa Puff. Ventura's favorite, which was Cassie's favorite, she said. I don't know if it was Cassie's favorite or BANA's favorite. I've seen both reported. She said she supplied Cassie with substances on multiple occasions. She admits to extensive substance use. Yeah, we had a problem. Now, Nicole Westmoreland is trying to refresh the recollection about some conversations that allegedly BANA and Cassie had. But BANA's like, I don't remember this conversation. Sorry, can't help you. It is very, very interesting, Tara. It's so crazy. She's the one getting indignant when Nicole Westmoreland says she is a S assault survivor and she sued Birdman over an alleged incident with an associate. I mean, John Miles says, this has been a fun live stream. Now can we move on? Get out of here. Get out of my house. I don't think that's what they're doing. I don't really think it's a narrative, Zara. I think she really does. Like I said it, she works for her paycheck. I mean, you can't take it away from her. If you're like watching Nicole Westmoreland and it's somebody that you're like on her same side, it's elite. It's flawless. But yeah, sometimes aggressive, but not always. Sometimes it's not. It's like she has a really good ability to meet the moment. And sometimes the moment requires aggression. I really don't think they're doing the black woman is aggressive thing, because if they were doing that, you would have also seen them doing that with the Don Richard, and they weren't. Everyone was just like, this is the best attorney on the team. Actually, if anything, people were like more so praising her because of the aggression. But I hear you. I know there is stereotypes and stuff. I don't really think that's what's going on here. I think they're saying that her tone is thundering, as in like she's doing her job. The same way Brian Steele was. They are both from the same team, and they do both have the ability to get aggressive. Much more so than Mark Agnifilo, for sure, because that man looks like a whipped cat whenever he's trying to go after somebody. I mean, sometimes you need a little timbre in your voice. But I'll keep an eye out. Thanks so much, Naughty Love. Movement LLC. Shout out to the work at home crew. Yep. And the staying at home with the kids crew too. That's working. For me, that's working at home. If y'all home with the kids, even one kid. Oh my God. Staying home with a kid all day. Love them. But that's work. Thanks so much for the $4.99 super chat. Defense is trying to prove P. Diddy didn't get Cassie hooked on substances. Maybe so. Maybe so. Where's One Stop? Where is One Stop? I'm working from home right here in my house with my one bar on my Wi-Fi. Still got one bar. Can we move on? Can we move on merch? A whip cat. Yeah, you know. We need a song called Can We Move On, please? Please. We do. Thank you, Susie, for the €10. Oilo. Love you, girl. Thank you for your hard work. Orange heart. You are amazing. The chat is on slow mode. Yeah, I think it's like you got to wait a minute before you say something. A whip cat is nasty. It's just a Southern phrase, y'all. Staying at home mom is a full-time job, or a staying at home dad, or a staying at home anybody with a kid all day grandma. I would buy. Can we move on? Can we move on? Oh. I'm getting delirious because I just needed to take a nap a long time ago. Okay. Diddy got Gina too. Oh, Gina's going to come testify? Yes. Being a stay-at-home mom, you have 6 jobs. It's hard. It is hard. And then people are kind of like, what do you do all day? It's like, these damn kids. Just kidding. Love them, mean it. Okay. I don't have kids, if y'all are wondering. Combs Westmoreland. Okay, so next question. Okay. About this alleged balcony incident. You and Cassie talked about the date, the place, who was there. True. In 2015 and 2016, you didn't see any signs of violence. Isn't that true? BANA said, I couldn't tell you the exact year. I don't remember the years like that. The years start coming and they don't stop coming, and then they start to blur together, especially post 2019. Meg said her Wi-Fi been messing up for days. Sadia, she said, yeah, I take care of my grandnephew. It's a terrible twos. Yeah, exactly. Hey, SIRI, can you please play Move On? Yay, I caught up. Earlier said, okay, can you move on? Yeah, someone said that. Yeah, exactly. Can we move on, girl? Can we move on, girl? Oh yeah, we got to say girl a lot. We got to say girl a lot because this is the trial of girl. This is the girl. I was like, girl. Okay. Okay, we got another tweet. We're moving on. 55 seconds ago. Okay, so the birthday party. What substances were you doing? I don't remember. Okay, and then this alleged knife throwing incident. He just walked in and threw a knife? BANA said, I don't know. I'm not sure. Are you telling the truth right now? Objection, Your Honor. What the hell? You can't just ask someone, are you telling the truth? Okay, it is 3:06. I wonder if they're going to call Santos up today. Cassie's friend admits to getting hundreds of substances for the singer over the course of their friendship. She admitted on the stand the two did substances often, 420, in multiple ways. She described how she felt after taking each one. She also admitted to being stuck in a K-hole. Other substances she allegedly did with Cassie included EX and Molly Ann. She also described a Cocoa Puff, which I never heard of till today. She agreed with Diddy's defense team that they had a serious substance problem. She told the jury that she sold substances and likely went to get hundreds of substances for Cassie throughout the years. Accidentally unfollowed. Okay. I refollowed immediately. Okay. She's badgering the witness. Your Honor. No, she's definitely not falling apart. You are a bot. So are you. Oh my God, y'all. There's so many of them. And they always have like clown names. Mad Hatter and Nunya Business. Name don't matter. Stuff like that. Hope karma gets to every one of these defense attorneys, somebody said. See, look, people are saying Westmoreland is good. Just gotta get rid of some of these AstroTurfs. Westmoreland, are you telling the truth? Cassie probably felt she had to do that to get it through it. Is Diddy's team sitting outside your house with a Wi-Fi jammer? I mean, seriously. Don't worry, y'all. I have someone coming to check it out tomorrow. So hopefully it's not permanent. Thanks so much for the $4.99 super chat, Edie. And tomorrow we got the Jonathan Oddie. Sorry, I was checking getting like spam text messages like, you forgot your password. You forgot your password for this bank. And I don't even have a bank account with that bank. It's just trying to get me to click it. Okay. Are you telling the truth? Westmoreland's like, are you telling the truth? And the government's like, objection. And the judge is like, yeah, what the hell? You can't just say that like that with no foundation. Anyway, didn't you tell the government they would get in knife fights, plural? I don't remember. Let me show you. And so she showed her. But again, like, didn't you tell the government they would get in knife fights? Who cares? Like, they would get in knife fights. Like, just kind of, if you're just like explaining it like that, it's not like she said that to the jury. Yes, there were multiple knife fights and I saw them all lying under penalty of perjury. It's like they would get a knife. Like, I can understand if she was just like rattling off stuff. She said, I don't really remember. And then Westmoreland's like, let me show you. And BANA's like, I was suggesting where the knife came from. Westmoreland goes, because it makes no sense. Well, it doesn't make no sense. It made perfect sense to me. He picked up a knife, he threw it. Cassie picked up the knife, threw it back, and he left. What doesn't make sense about that? It makes perfect sense based on what we've heard. This is the thing. Like, don't play stupid. Don't play stupid. You're too smart to play stupid. And Brian Steele, they get on my nerves whenever they're on the wrong side. It aggravates me. Oh, tomorrow court doesn't start till 11. Is that true? Yeah, no, that's what they saying. That's what they saying. This is funny. Carmen said, got inspo, made Cajun curry with beans and greens. That sounds good. That sounds good. I love a like inspiration dish, like a new twist. Thank you for the $1.99 super chats. These lawyers ask questions like they was at the Diddy parties. T Boomer said, I'm saying. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to my cousin Angel Clement Guidry. Thank you for the $9.99. Love your intro, cuz. Been with you watching every day. I know you have. I know you have. That's my cousin. The Optimum guy was outside my house mad. Oh, mad sus. And my Wi-Fi been acting up ever since. See? They got the Wi-Fi jammer out there, but it ain't going to work because I got the antennas. Somebody's at the dentist getting a crown prep. I need to go to the dentist. Let's see. Okay. Next question. So you're saying you don't know how he got in to throw the knife, but once he left, you were no longer worried? She said, I don't remember how I felt, Nicole. Maybe that's how I felt. Maybe it's not. Okay. So you say at a photo shoot, Diddy said, I could unalive you. BANA said, yeah, he did say that. That's definitely what he said. He did say that. Yes. And he said, I'm the devil. I'm the devil. According to the testimony. I don't know. I wasn't there. I never heard him say I'm the devil. But you know what I did hear him say? I'm going to look it up. I heard him sing that song, We All Going to Hell. Did y'all see that? It's like him and Ellen and a bunch of other people talking about we all going to hell. Where is it? Who'd I send that to? Who did I send that to? Whoever I sent it to, send it back to me. I don't know. I can't find it. All right. Well, somebody link it. There's like a video of Diddy on like Jimmy Kimmel or one of them saying we going to hell and it's a song. Oh, I think I retweeted it. Oh my gosh. Do I think One Stop is Brandon Paul? No. Want to know why I don't think it's him? Because One Stop was in the era of like 2009 or 13. And One Stop, and Brendan Paul is like in his 20s. So he would have had to be like a teenager. But maybe. I mean, I guess it's possible. But wasn't he like playing Little League at that point or something? I don't know. I don't think it's him. But it could be. I don't know anything really. Thanks so much for the $1.99 super chat, Tequila. Thank you, Sarah, for the $1.49 super sticker. And thank you to the Saga Reveal for the $2 Canadian. Because they know they're going to hell. Seriously. Yeah, people are saying he's too young for him to be. Yeah, thinking of my cousin Vinny. That's a bullshit question. I know the Wi-Fi Goonies are outside. They're outside my house in Princeton, New Jersey, everybody. I do know people have been having Wi-Fi issues, though. That has been a thing going on. Okay, new question. Okay, but at first you told the government it was a party, not a photo shoot. She said, I don't remember. Next question. Your first demand letter said Diddy said I could unalive you while he hung you over a balcony. BANA said he did do both, but he did not do both at the same time. And that is why she claims she fired Tyrone Blackburn. He sure did royally mess her up. Let's go to... I'm just updating, refreshing my other sources here. Beyonce, Rihanna mentioned during Diddy trial testimony. Beyonce and Rihanna were both mentioned today. Didn't know that. See, I told y'all Fox News sometimes will be putting out here things that the other outlets do not say. It's like they scared to say it or something. Very interesting. And of course, it's Diddy's team putting these names out there, doing this name dropping. The rapper's lawyer, Nicole Westmoreland, questioned BANA about Cassie's clothing lines. BANA, who is a friend of Cassie, confirmed the singer-songwriter's clothing lines didn't work out because they were competing. She confirmed the clothing lines didn't work out because they were competing against Beyonce and Rihanna. Why nobody else reported that? Westmoreland asked if it's hard to be productive in the business when you're getting messed up every day. There was an objection from the prosecution, and then that was sustained, meaning the jury was told to disregard the question. Okay, we have a legal analyst weighing in on BANA's testimony. Her testimony is, quote, shocking and damning and goes directly to RICO charge, legal expert says. BANA's testimony has been shocking and damning and shows Diddy's alleged abuse also extended to those he was not romantically involved with. So this ain't just DV, baby boys, baby girls, baby bots, baby trolls. This ain't just DV because this is somebody he wasn't even romantically involved with. I mean, I guess it's violence that happened at a domicile, but how are you going to explain this one? According to Elise Adamson, a former federal prosecutor, so she used to be in this job. BANA was not in a relationship with Diddy, and if you recall, the defense has really tried to frame their alternative narrative that what was happening with Cassie, between Cassie and Diddy, it was just toxic domestic violence. But here, we have another witness who was not romantically linked to Diddy being violently abused. She said, this attorney said this, referring to BANA's testimony about the balcony incident. Adamson said that BANA's testimony goes directly to the racketeering and conspiracy charge prosecutors are trying to prove because it demonstrates that Diddy was operating in a way that through threats, violence, and abuse, it goes to the corrupt enterprise aspect of the RICO. Suave, they say. We just all wrapped. Till the next update. baby bots, baby boys, baby everybody's. Jennifer said, I am glad BANA took pictures. Abid said his intimidation tactics is exactly what makes him a racketeer. He stayed beating on her friends. It must have been terrifying. Seriously, and like just going over there, you don't know when an angry Diddy is going to appear and beat the hell out of you. Oh, I'm a savage on repeat in my head, Crystal said. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Diddy was out here snatching souls and chakras. Yes, he was. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, MG, for the $4.99. Wait, Jonathan, no. Jonathan's not testifying tomorrow. No, sorry. If I said that in a way that was ambiguous, my bad. He's not testifying tomorrow. No, he has a trial hearing. He has a hearing tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on it. I don't know. I mean, maybe in the morning my internet will be. Maybe the Wi-Fi demons won't be awake yet. But I'm going to try to follow both trials at the same time. There is a Zoom. They have a Zoom. I don't know if I'm allowed to like broadcast that Zoom, but it's like a live thing. So I could definitely be like, peeking in, hearing things. And I'll reach out to my other two friends, acquaintances, whatever, on Twitter, the ones that are following. We got Peanut Lee. I know we got Edie. There's a couple others. And just to make sure if I'm not able to watch it live tomorrow, that they will and take notes and let me know. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. But he does have an update, MG. He does have an update. There's like a check-in status hearing thing tomorrow. Thank you, Anna Hecht, for the $19.99 super chat. These defense lawyers are a joke. So unprofessional. Thank you for your hard work. Been following your work for a long time now. You rock. Love from, what's KW? Cool. Thanks so much for the $19.99. Thank you. Thank you, this account, for the $5. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Shimmy, shimmy, no puff. Straight to jail. No pass. Go. Collect $200. No, we're getting too obscure. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Always beating on women and men he perceives to be weak, somebody said. I hit the like button, but the numbers didn't increase. Oh, demons. Demons. Okay, let's go. See what's here. And nothing in 7 minutes. It's not even his fault, y'all. He is doing the best he can. It is they are slow in the court. Who expects an adequate and recommended fairness? Trauma can mess up the timeline. Everyone was high out of their minds. Good witness to prove Rico. He didn't just frighten Cassie. He frightened and even assaulted others. Exactly. This is bad for the government. No, it isn't. Shut up. Go away. A woman passionate about her job is nothing to play with because this cross is something. That's what they keep saying. Just random. This is really, really bad. It's just no. I don't. No, I don't like this one either. Bye. I'm just blocking on vibes now. Another freaking sidebar. Okay, they come back from the sidebar. Okay, next question. You met the government January 18th, 2024. You didn't mention that I could unalive you then, but you did put it in your subsequent demand letter. She said, yeah, it was in a demand letter at some point. I don't know when. But here's the thing, like at some point, the whole, like, you didn't mention it on your first meeting, like it kind of loses its punch after it's like, you can't mention every detail on your first meeting. Like there is some stuff where I do agree. It's kind of like, oh girl, you didn't mention that you met with them 22 times and it wasn't until the 18th time you finally said something that was a really, really big deal. Like he SA'd you. I'm not saying, I believe her. The lady who was saying that, Mia. But, there's something there versus you didn't mention every single detail in the very first meeting. So therefore you're a liar. It just kind of loses its punch a little bit. Y'all, I can't remember what I ate for and dinner yesterday. Okay. Tequila, I know why. I know the answer. It's because, so Tequila said Luigi and Diddy are in the same prison going to the same court. Why is there film and pics of his hearing here? Okay. Good question. So Luigi Mangione has 3 different trials going. He has 3 different charges. He has one in Pennsylvania, he has one in New York, and he has one in New York federal. So there's New York State and New York federal. Luigi Mangione's federal trial is not televised. You can't see it. It's just like this. The cameras that we did see were provisionally allowed in the New York State court. It's up to the judge's discretion. But most of the time in the New York State court, they don't let him in either. However, no, Jane Doe is not testifying today. She's going to be testifying tomorrow. KK Scorpio, I do not have the link on me right now. However, if you go and follow Peanut Lee on Instagram, on Twitter, Peanut Leigh like that. She always posts the link. Yeah, okay. 2 minutes ago, Washington Post, Cassie discussed her pending lawsuit against Diddy with her friend BANA. BANA testified today. She said Cassie asked for permission to name her in her lawsuit originally, but BANA told her no. The suit merely mentions Diddy dangling a friend over a 17th-story balcony, but she doesn't name the friend. BANA also sued Diddy herself, a matter she says she tried to keep private from her friends. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland kept pressing the witness, asking questions that suggested BANA and Cassie didn't just compare notes on their memories on the balcony, but they actually made details up. She's trying to suggest, Nicole Westmoreland is trying to suggest that BANA and Cassie are just making stuff up. Read this. The whole thing, BANA said. This paragraph. The judge said, you can read as much of it as you want. BANA's like, okay, thanks. You didn't tell the government about I could unalive you. And was Tyrone there? She said, yes, he was there, but I let him go. He's not my lawyer anymore. So Tyrone Blackburn was representing BANA at one point and demanded money from Diddy on the behalf of BANA. He also met with the government with BANA. Tyrone Blackburn did. But she says she fired him because he had put some false stuff in a letter and misrepresented some stuff. Cassie's friend did not tell Cassie she was filing a lawsuit against Diddy. She most recently worked with Cassie in November 2023. She admitted she didn't tell anyone about the lawsuit she filed against Diddy that year. During cross-examination with Nicole Westmoreland, BANA said she wasn't working on lawsuits with Cassie the last time they were together. She added that she didn't tell any of her friends that she was thinking about suing Diddy. She told Nicole Westmoreland that she and Cassie spoke about the balcony incident before the lawsuit was filed. They discussed the location, which was, one thought it was at a hotel, one thought it was at an apartment. They also talked about specific dates and who was there. BANA said Cassie told her Cassie told her that she did see Diddy dangling her over the balcony, but BANA insisted Cassie was there. BANA hired a civil lawyer in January 2024. That was Fox News. Even when her lawyer is present, she said nothing. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what that means. Miss Sweetness. I think that Miss Sweetness is turning out to possibly be a bot. We're going to see what, we're going to keep an eye on that one. Okay. Substances were expensive, right? She said they are expensive. Nicole Westmoreland said now. BANA said, I don't know. I don't do them. Did you run out of money for substances? BANA said, I don't remember that. You and Cassie had a substance partnership. What does that mean? Drug partnership? What does that mean? They were expensive, right? She's like, they are? She's like, I don't know what you're asking. Jane Doe is tomorrow. Real on the Real Radio. Thank you so much. This line of questioning, I don't get it. Oh, like buddies. Like they were buddies. Fellowship of the Cocoa Puff. Girl. Okay, Calamity Jane said it's a codependency. Thanks for being awesome. You always cheer me up and make me laugh when I watch your channel. If you need another dedicated volunteer mod, I can help. Thank you. Thank you. I'll check in with the mod team and see if they need any backup. Maybe they're trying to prove that Cassie was a known substance, you know what, and that he can't force an addict. Well, I hope that ain't what they're trying to say, because that would just be false and a stupid argument. Thanks so much, Mrs. Williams, for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the excellent reporting. It's so nice I can listen to this at work. You really are the best. I try to keep the curse words down, so if y'all's bosses walk in, you know, everybody's boss in my mind's name's like Mike or like Ed. I had a boss, Rick, you know, like a one syllable, like, you know, Mr. Ed gonna come in and hear what you're listening to. Hopefully it's not. I mean, it's going to be me probably trying to say I never heard of a Cocoa Puff. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Bree, for the $19.99 super sticker. Shout out to Busy Sai becoming a member. And to Itty Bitty Kitty. This trial is getting boring, somebody said. Mike was my old store manager. It's always a Jim. I had a Jim. My boss is Corey. See, when Corey comes in, we're going to be talking about something that's not too deranged, I hope. Olivia, shout out to Olivia. Olivia seems cool. She seems like she wouldn't mind. Matt, somebody has a Matt. Girl, you don't think I know bosses can be ladies? But it's like not the lady bosses that are the ones that are coming in like you worrying about it. And my personal, you know, I've had maybe 25 jobs or whatever, for whatever that's worth. My boss is the Lord, personally. Look, Dan, Tom, supervisor is Tim. Listen, I don't make it up. I know ladies can be bosses, but that's not the ones look, I couldn't stand my boss, Matt, Mimi said. I'm telling you, James. It's always just the one syllable. And literally when it's a lady, it's still Jen. My boss name is Becky. I hate her. Yeah, Becky sounds like a joke, to be honest. Look, Rob. We got a Rob. Lindsay, shout out to Let's See. Proves my point. Lindsay's also following the trial. That's the boss. We got Joe. We got Ted. I knew it. Doug. Larry. I know a lot of Larrys. A lot of Larry bosses. Steve. Brian. Oh, Steven. Dan. My boss is the Lord. I don't know. He got a lot of names. Okay. Let's see. Cassie would pay for the substance and then you would go buy it, right? She said, yes. Did you meet the government May 25th? Oh my God, she met. She said, did you meet with the government on May 25th and June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th? BANA said, yeah, that's not that long ago. Nicole Westmoreland said, that's today. And then thinking she had a gotcha, BANA goes, oh, I'm not good with dates. I didn't know what the day was. Sorry. She's like, yeah, that wasn't that long ago. I guess I met with him. I'm not good with dates, she said. Me neither. Always got to look up at the top of the screen to see what day it is. We got an update from CNN. Defense says BANA didn't initially tell prosecutors DIDDY said I could unalive you. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland suggested that during BANA, now this is pretty bad, whenever your whole entire defense rests on you didn't say this the very first time you met with prosecutors. I mean, nothing else. That's y'all's best thing. She did not mention Diddy said I could unalive you the first time she met with prosecutors. She said she didn't remember when she told the government about that incident. She also suggested that BANA later told prosecutors the incident happened at a party, not a photo shoot. She said she didn't remember if she actually said that. The defense attorney said the first demand letter from Tyrone Blackburn, the first lawyer that BANA had, said that Diddy said he would unalive her while she was hanging over the balcony. BANA testified that those were not her words and that the two incidents did not happen at the same time, but that they both did happen. And she said she fired the attorney that sent that letter. And I've seen conspiracy theories that Tyrone Blackburn is like a planted lawyer to just mess stuff up. And this could be a piece of proof for those conspiracy theories. I don't know if it's true. I hope he's not, up to no good. I hope he's out here doing good work, doing his best, being honest and all that. I'm just telling y'all about the conspiracy theories I heard. Okay? Don't pew pew the messenger. That would be me. Okay. We have another update from Washington Post. Defense attacks memory and honesty of alleged balcony dangling victim. It's been standard procedure for the defense lawyers to compare witnesses' testimony on the stand to what they said in previous meetings with the government investigators, and they're looking for contradictions. Notes are generally taken at these meetings, though, as we've seen in this trial, witnesses will sometimes say those notes don't accurately capture what was said. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland is using the strategy with BANA, bluntly suggesting that BANA is lying about certain holes in her testimony about being dangled off a high-rise balcony and thrown onto furniture by Diddy. BANA, who was using substances heavily during this time, has said repeatedly that she doesn't remember some key details, including her allegation earlier that Diddy threw a knife at Cassie in a separate incident. But again, she's like, I was on substances, girl. I just remember the knife getting through. The defense hasn't offered anything directly contradicting BANA's testimony, but it just appears to be exploring these gaps to paint a picture of a dishonest witness. She said, I don't know how it happened. I just saw what I saw about the knife incident. You really don't remember this incident, right? That's the truth. Westmoreland countered. Okay, next question. The balcony incident. Didn't you tell the government there was a party in the apartment? I don't remember that. No, I don't think I told them that. You told the government your girlfriend was in the bathroom, not that you took her there. She said, my ex. She's like, don't call her my girlfriend. That's my ex. Thanks so much, Busy Sigh, for the $10 super chat. You are the best YouTube reporter on this trial, and I love your pink ears. LOL, God bless you. Thank you, thank you. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good reporting going on. I'm telling you, I can't be up there at that courthouse. I gotta tip the hat to the people over there every single day. That's crazy. Not crazy in a bad way. It's crazy to imagine being able to do it because I can't. More like that. Love your narrations. Yeah, they're like, well, I mean, they're actually antennas, but you can call them bunny ears. That's fine. Part of getting someone dependent on you is to feed their addictions. He had these people dependent. Okay, I'm doing some updates, some refresh. Hey. BANA spoke to Cassie before and after Cassie's lawsuit was filed. She said she spoke to Cassie before and after Cassie filed her lawsuit in November 2023. They got the year wrong. I don't know if we could trust the mirror. Cassie asked BANA if she could name her in connection with the incident on the balcony in her lawsuit, but BANA would not let her. She said she didn't tell any of her friends about it in her own lawsuit. About her own lawsuit. Okay. That's why they're calling him like a crusty low rent producer or whatever, because he was trying to still do Diddy's bidding. That's funny. Okay, I read that her suit said she sent her into the bathroom, so I think this is pulling straws at this point. Okay, so there's a demand letter dispute. The defense highlighted that the first demand letter from... Wait, is this another person live tweeting? Who's the general justice lawyer? Diddy trial lawsuit lawyers acted on her behalf. I don't know who this is. But there's this one tweet this person retweeted. Diddy trial demand letter dispute. The defense highlighted that the first demand letter from BANA's attorney claimed Diddy said, "I could unalive you," while holding her over the balcony. But BANA pushed back. "Those were not my words." She testified that the threat and the balcony incident were two separate events and that she fired her attorney after realizing the letter was inaccurate. No, I don't like that. I don't like people that say getting your ass. Look at this. Look at this. This man should go join him in the cell if he likes him so much. Okay. It's like so many of them, y'all. Jesus. Yeah, exactly. I don't think 3 of them there is a party, Nicole. I do not. I do not. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lord, are we having the incident again? The thread issue again? Okay. It could be MC. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chats. I'm in his comments. I'm not a bot. Not everybody is, but it's just like, I'll block Ray J quick. He better not say nothing stupid in front of me because I'll hit that block. Y'all see, I'll hit a block. Nobody better say nothing stupid. Okay. Your complaint says you were smoking a cigarette on the balcony. Not 420. She said, "I really don't remember." Nicole said, "But these are different things, right?" Yeah, they're different. You told the government you recalled he was charging at you? She said, "I don't remember. I don't remember if I told them that or not." And like not remembering something isn't a big deal. I think it's way worse if you don't remember and you sit there and make up a lie. That's way worse. If you don't for sure remember, you got to just say you don't remember because that's the only true answer. If you sitting there making something up, now you're going to get in trouble and might even get prosecuted. Diddy's defense questions how Cassie's friend doesn't remember details of alleged knife incident. Well, I'll explain it to you. She was on drugs. I'll explain it to you. It was so long time ago. I'll explain it to you. It was probably scary and traumatic, and it probably happened all real fast, and she was probably scared for her life and stuff. So, you don't always remember every detail. It's really easy to pretty much explain why she doesn't remember each and every detail. Nicole Westmoreland, Diddy's defense attorney, asked BANA several questions about Cassie's 29th birthday. BANA just kept replying, "I don't remember," to most questions. It also included the question, "Were you on substances?" She said, "I don't remember." She then asked about the knife incident. Earlier in her testimony, BANA testified that Diddy once showed up to Cassie's apartment banging on the door, and he allegedly came in and threw a knife towards Cassie. BANA told Diddy's defense attorney she doesn't know how it happened. Like how Diddy got in, all the particulars. She just remembers like the specific knife incident. Westmoreland asked if BANA told the government that Diddy and Cassie would get into knife fights often. She said she doesn't remember that. She looked at a document to refresh her memory, but she just continued to say, I don't remember. Westmoreland asked BANA if she told the government the fight happened in the kitchen. She clarified, saying she was just suggesting that the kitchen is where maybe the knife came from. She didn't remember. You really don't remember this incident, do you? BANA testified, though, that she did see a knife thrown, and she told the jury she did not call the police or leave the house. You weren't worried he was going to come back? She said, I guess not. She claims she doesn't really remember today how it was that she felt at the time, but her actions indicated that I guess she wasn't scared he was going to come back. You see, you see how the accounts like kind of like start saying the same stuff. Witness is done. Get her off the stand. Witness has shut down. Just even the way it's said. I know not every single one of these is an AstroTurf bot. Just so y'all know. I know some of this is real, but it is suspicious whenever it is the exact same type of phrasing and the exact, like the going off script, lost the script, like those two a while ago. It's like, something ain't sitting right with me. Okay, next question. Didn't you first say Diddy sexually assaulted you on the balcony? BANA said, I'll show them where his hands were. You said he groped your chest, or your lawyers said that? She said, my lawyers said that. But it was like he grabbed her under the armpits, she said. So that could be grabbing, the chest or not. I don't know if she specifically, yeah, she said groped. I think they said groped, the lawyer. Diddy was wearing people out so bad they would just go to bed. The brain fragments memories like a computer hard drive fragments files. A lot of them are giving bot farm, Unalive Monroe said. Shamika said, is Diddy's team forgetting that he also uses the rugs heavy as well and he ran a successful company? Yeah. Anyway. AstroTurf accounts do have a pattern to their wording because they are bots that are programmed. And so the program can only run a certain... No, the Essence Aesthetic. Actually, I think she was an employee, but like maybe freelance. I don't think she was an employee. Maybe a contractor or something. She did work on some stuff. He even said pause after fighting over the Frosted Flakes. Exactly. But she was more Cassie's friend. Yeah. Ikembella said, or Ikembella. The defense is fixating on really minor details to me. Who cares if she told her to hide in the bathroom versus the bedroom? This is exhausting. Defense is definitely not casting any doubts on her testimony. Get out of here, bot. Get. And don't come back. All right. They called themselves the Combs Cartel. Exactly. Ew. Can we move on? Can we move on? Can we move on? Can we move on? Hold on. I'm just blocking some AstroTurf bots. Woo, they came out. You can tell when they really don't like a witness because they come out full force. Oh my God, y'all. It's like 6 of them. Hold on. listen, they putting money into it. I'll tell you that, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay, so she's like, the lawyer said that. My lawyers, you said he groped you in the chest area. Your lawyer said that. She said, yeah, my lawyer said that. That was the most recent. Let's see if the Washington Post is saying anything. Personally, I do prefer an echo chamber, but the echo chamber I want is human beings and not robots. No offense, but full offense, frankly. Okay. The Independent said defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland is taking a more confrontational approach to questioning BANA, skeptical of her stories. She asked BANA for more details about events that she recalled with prosecutors, what type of substances were used, where the knife from the knife incident came from, and what year she witnessed violence. BANA has been unable to give specific answers, and Westmoreland has directly asked BANA, are you telling the truth? Which was objected to and sustained. 1 minute ago, NBC News, defense is challenging the balcony dangling incident. Defense tried to discredit BANA's memory of the alleged dangling incident, asking if she hasn't kept all details of it straight. Westmoreland insinuated in questions that BANA couldn't recall from which direction Diddy came at her or what she might have been smoking at the time of the alleged attack. She just said, I don't remember, multiple times. And if you smoke both, like regularly, and you just wake up to go to the balcony and smoke, I can understand why 10 years later you don't remember exactly was it one or the other if you're smoking both of them. I never smoked a cigarette. I know y'all gonna think I'm lying, but I never did. Not a cigarette with the tobacco. Why? 'Cause it's easier to never have to quit something than to quit it. Okay. You don't have to quit something if you don't start it. Defense is desperate. They know Diddy is guilty. I mean, the way they act in Rosie, I almost feel like maybe they don't. Because it's like, how could you be this brazen if you really thought? If you really thought, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Your cover just helped me through my second trimester. Babies. Thank you for everything. I'll be sending you some recipes ASAP. Yes, Slay. Send me that. The curry meal. See what Christina said? I see everybody walking around with them little plastic things in their hand. If you never take the first puff of the little plastic thing in the hand, you don't get hooked on it. I have a boss, Mike. Kimbrella said, Mike. Mr. Mike coming in. Oh no. Turn BJ down. Turn down that surprise witness. Here comes Mr. Mike. They're trying their best to fry their own client. Brian Steele will definitely still defend him. Mila said he don't care if somebody's guilty. He's getting his money. They are badgering and bullying this witness again. Your skin shows it all. You're so sweet. Thank you. 31 years old and never smoked a cigarette either. Shout out to you. And it ain't because I'm judging. It's because what if I like it? Then what? Now I got to have the little plastic thing all the time. No. You don't have to quit something you don't start. I hate smoking. I never properly do it, but I hated it. So you don't miss much. See, no. What if I liked it? Just seems like setting myself up for failure. It is 3:54. I mean, we already running an hour late, but it's just what we doing now, I guess. I'm refreshing. Okay, 3 minutes ago, BANA struggles to remember details. She's given vague, uncertain answers to many of Nicole Westmoreland's specific questions about incidents she shared with prosecutors. She's been unable to recall whether the ex-girlfriend was already in the bathroom or if she brought her into the bathroom during the balcony incident. She was unsure how the knife incident began or where the knife came from. Westmoreland appears to be trying to show the jurors that BANA has some inconsistencies in her story or in her recollection. Cassie's friend admits the first time she alleged Diddy threatened her was in a demand letter. She testified today that the first time she alleged Diddy threatened to unalive her was in a demand letter. She asked about Diddy allegedly telling BANA, "I could unalive you." Nicole Westmoreland claimed BANA told the government the threat happened at a party, not a photo shoot. Westmoreland said it was a lie that was repeated. There was an objection from the prosecution. It was sustained, and it was followed by a sidebar. So they're saying this was a lie, and you just repeated the lie. She's like, nope. BANA then agreed that the first time she alleged Diddy said he could unalive her was in a demand letter from lawyers. After the demand letter went out with inaccuracies, BANA said she let the attorney go that she had hired. That was Tyrone Blackburn. She testified she doesn't remember when she first told the government about Diddy allegedly threatening to unalive her or saying he could unalive her. What is going on in this slow courtroom? No, we do not need to go all the way to 5 p.m. At this rate, immunity deal. Oh, Lord. We got some AstroTurfs. Hold on. We got to get rid of these. So I don't have to ever look at their stupid, ugly, stupid tweets ever again. Block. And the reason I block is because I don't want to amplify these AstroTurf accounts on my personal platform because I have a lot of people watching it. And I'm not, no, they're not going to their dollar ends right at my doorstep, buddy. Oh my God, they are really out here. This is the most aggressive thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, this is horrible. They said they saying she's going to relapse. These people are horrible. Oh my God. And it just keeps coming and coming. Whoa, this is a lot. Oh my God. It's to shift public narrative. Somebody said, I hope her lawyer sues her for defamation because this crack HWHORE is cooked. That's the type of AstroTurf stuff we're seeing now. Woo, girl. Okay. Whew, I just blocked like about 25 things. And it was like nasty, mean stuff these people were saying. They called her a crack WHORE. Wow. This is just purely evil and disgusting. Okay, next question. Didn't you tell these prosecutors 2 days ago that you couldn't remember what happened out on that balcony? She said, I don't remember. Do you remember what substances you were on? Nope. And it's true. Like once you have your own immunity on the line, you better not get caught in a lie. You better just be saying, I don't remember, because you want to get prosecuted. If you don't remember exactly, just say you don't remember. I mean, that's the only true. It's the only true. You shouldn't guess. You shouldn't guess. You can literally you cannot guess. Okay, 4 minutes ago, Anne Brannigan The defense team told the judge they want to demonstrate that Diddy was concerned about Cassie's substance use with BANA. This is similar to an argument the defense made about Cassie's former best friend, Carrie Morgan, earlier. However, Diddy was doing the substances with them for 8 hours, according to their testimony. The earlier testimony by Carrie Morgan suggested that Diddy was upset about Cassie using substances with Carrie. But Cassie countered that Diddy was only upset that she was doing substances with people that weren't him. While BANA testified earlier today that she and Cassie frequently did use substances, the defense attorney asked if Diddy ever requested her to stop giving Cassie substances. She said, I don't remember him ever saying that. No, I don't remember him ever telling me to still have her stop doing substances. No. Nope, not ringing a bell. Didn't you tell the government you took Molly, G, and cocaine? She said, that's a lot of drugs. She said, Nicole goes, and didn't you take them all? BANA said, no, definitely not on one night. No, never did I take all of those on one night. That would be no, I did not do that. So which one of the ones did I do on that specific day? Who freaking knows, girl? You tell me. Who freaking knows? Didn't you tell the government you took Molly and G and cocaine? BANA said, that's a lot of substances. Yeah, but didn't you take them all? No, I didn't. Not all on that night. No, not all at once. Just refreshing the other sources here. Seeing making sure we didn't miss anything out here. All this I don't remember definitely doesn't sound like lies, but thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Shout out to you. Thank you, Laura, for the $2 super chat. 62 never ate a Big Mac. Who's 62? Thank you, Laura, for the $2 super chat. And thank you, Esmeralda, for the $1.99 super chat. It doesn't sound like lies to me. You know what it sounds like? Somebody that pled immunity and they want to be extra sure that they don't lie because they don't want to get prosecuted. And it's really hard to remember something from 10 years ago if you were on drugs, I would imagine. Okay. The judge said, how much more do you have? Nicole Westmoreland, she got some nerve. I got to give her that. The judge said, Miss Westmoreland, because you see they've already gone an hour and 3 minutes beyond what the judge was planning for. The judge is like, probably got to pee at this point. He's like, Nicole, how much more of this do you have? And she's like, how much more can I get? Like literally just how much can I get? Like, how much can I get away with in this courtroom is what she's asking. She laughed in his face. She said, well, I'd like to finish today. And the judge said, I asked you how much longer you have. She said, quite a bit more. Judge says, jurors, you can go. See you at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Wow. She laughed in his face. She wasn't even going to say, Judge, I have a little bit more. I have a lot more. I wanted to. She's just going to keep going. The judge said, how much more of this do you have? Quite a bit, but I want to finish today. It's 4:04. The judge said, jurors, you can go. This lady has no respect for your time, clearly. Okay, let's see if they're going to still keep fighting. Judge said, good night. He seems tired of this question. Like all these memes, I'm just blocking these people. They might be real, but it's just aggravating. Say something. Say something or shut up. Yeah, people that aren't saying anything, it's just like Stan Twitter vibes. I just block them because they're not engaged in anything meaningful anyway. A bit more of the same questions. Yeah, quite a bit more of the same crap. I know, Chanel. It's very crazy. I can't deal with it. She's getting that Diddy entitlement attitude. It's so disrespectful to the judge. Yes, and the jury. Yes. Oh, they are after that. I'm sure there's going to be drama in the court. Oh, you know there's going to be drama, Samantha. They are stalling. She just pissed the judge off a little more, Peggy said. Yep. Bye, David. Go AstroTurf in somebody else's chat. Bye. She laughed and said a lot. Like, wow. Abid said, it is 2025. Putting this much weight on someone's substance use to character assassinate seems cheap. Speaking of cheap and desperate, because Teeny like to say cheap. It's interesting, Essie. This is the all-star defense team, but this is the best they can come up with. I'm saying. A lot. Marissa said, how much do these lawyers make an hour again? Like thousands. Can a lawyer be dismissed by a judge or only their client? I think they can be dismissed by a judge, but it would take so much. Like, it would like take a lot. It would take so much. But in this type of a case, like maybe it would be easier because there's so many other lawyers. So tomorrow at 11, they're coming in, but let's see. I'm sure they're going to still keep fighting each other over stuff. So let's just stay for a little bit longer because I want to see what they're going to be arguing about and then what they're going to say about Jane Doe, who's next, all that. Cassie's friend, BANA, says she can't remember. Balcony details. Allegations about the incident were detailed in the November 2024 lawsuit that BANA filed against Diddy. BANA told the government in their first meeting that the balcony incident happened at a party. She said she didn't remember. She looked at the document. She reaffirmed that she did not remember saying the incident was at a party. She said they were just hanging out. Confirmed that the first time she met with the government is as they were working on Diddy's case, she did make the allegation about. So she did. The very first time she met with the government, she did make the allegation about the balcony incident. But she just couldn't remember if she said she told her girlfriend to hide in the bathroom or if the girlfriend was already in the bathroom or whatever. She just couldn't remember. Okay. How much more? She said 45 minutes, maybe 30 more minutes. Okay. And then the assistant U.S. attorney said, I emailed the judge during the afternoon about a pseudonym order for Jane, which again is not in the docket, despite there being a judge's order for them to put the stuff in the docket. And you see the AstroTurf accounts just stop. Like as soon as it's like no more testimony and it's like just oh no. Oh no, look at that, y'all. Inner City Press went down. Okay. 2 minutes ago, jury is dismissed for today as defense attorney says BANA cross-examination will need up to another hour. Nicole Westmoreland said she likely has 30 minutes to an hour left in her cross-examination of BANA. So she just wants to go and get some AstroTurf information from the AstroTurf accounts tonight and then surprise spring it on everybody tomorrow, I guess. That's probably what I would guess. Judge sent jurors home and asked them to return tomorrow before 11 a.m. The defense lawyer, Westmoreland, said she has 30 to 45 more minutes of questions left for BANA. One new entry. This is New York Post. Diddy's lawyers grill Cassie's friend over substance use. A lawyer for Diddy spent much of the afternoon trying to discredit the testimony of a friend of Cassie. Westmoreland grilled BANA extensively about her substance use, including the substances she was on when Diddy allegedly dangled her over a balcony. Didn't you tell the government that you were on Molly, GHB, and cocaine on the day of the incident? She said, that's a lot of substances. I definitely did not do all those on one night. No, I did not say that. No, Nicole, that is not what I said. Nicole Westmoreland, Diddy's lawyer, also asked BANA whether she recalled giving conflicting stories about the balcony episode in interviews with prosecutors. She said, no, I don't remember that. No, I sure don't. And like all of Twitter now crashed, I guess. Testimony done for the day. He sent the jurors home. Court before 11 a.m. tomorrow. 30 to 45 more minutes. So 30 minutes to an hour left, it seems. Okay, I'm just waiting for Twitter to come back up. It has done this before, though. Thanks so much, Guava Berry Moon, for the $4.99 super chat. Really loving your coverage. It feels like they're slow rolling the defense to make Jane Doe feel the squeeze of her travel plans while testifying. I could see that being a strategy. Thank you for the $4.99. Shout out to Pooh, the producer. Thanks, BJ. Thank you. Why are they starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow? Probably the judge has a I would assume that the judge has like a conflict because, he's on other cases. So he may have like a hearing or something going on. That's my assumption. That is just an assumption. Google Tag Manager was prevented from profiling me. What does that mean? So that's what I assumed it was. That the judge just had something else to do. Sorry, I'm just checking something here. Intercity, y'all said Intercity Press is working in the UK. Okay, I'm just going to X out and then try it again. No, it's just like not working. Let me see. Maybe I can try on a different browser. Let me pull up Google, or what's it called? Chrome. Ugh, I'm not signed in on Chrome. That's aggravating. Let me pull it up on my phone. At least I could read it. No, it's not another hour. Oh, another hour tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just looking up on my phone to see if the Intercity Press Twitter is going to be working on my phone. It's like, is he being attacked? Did the Diddy demons get him? Okay. Oh, interesting. Ooh, okay. So I do have some stuff, y'all. It's from Intercity Press. Obviously, it's not, for some reason, just not working on the computer right now. Okay, here we go. Good. Okay. So they're arguing about something that they had super secret. How much more? Okay. The assistant U.S. attorney said, I emailed you, Your Honor, during the afternoon about a pseudonym order for Jane Doe. And Intercity Press is like, this isn't in the docket, despite there being a judge's order for all of this crap to be in the docket. But okay, I digress. Then Diddy's lawyer says there has been a chilling effect on media coverage, even of demeanor of the witness. Like like media doesn't even want to report on like what's the demeanor of the witness. And I have found that myself. Like I didn't even want to show the court drawing of her with no face with her hair. Like, I didn't even want to show that on my channel because I didn't want to be violating a court order. The judge said, I don't think people in the courtroom and the other courtrooms were trying to violate the order. Oh, I do. I do. This judge is a little bit, maybe needs a brain scan. Yes, they are trying to violate the order. Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they were. But I also don't think they were chilled. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And speech is absolutely chilled when there is an order that you're not allowed to say what someone looks like. That is chilling speech. So again, I think this is disingenuous. I think the judge is a little bit full of on this one, but you know, whatever. He can play with his mama, not with me. Okay. But then Diddy's lawyer's like, I disagree. I actually have to agree with Diddy's lawyers on this one. Now, does that mean it's a bad thing? Y'all aren't, you know, before you jump on down my throat, I think Mia's identity should be secret. I do. That's my personal opinion. However, we do have a right to know who is using the court systems and who is accusing people of stuff. Sometimes the right gets overridden whenever there's other issues at play, but on its face, we have a right to know what's going on in court, period. That's indisputable. However, sometimes the right of the public to know certain things gets overridden. That is what happened in this case. But when the public's right to know something is overridden, there is a chilling effect. There's a chilling effect on speech whenever there's a judge's order saying you cannot even describe what the witness looks like. You cannot even draw a picture of her face. That is a chilling effect. And I have to agree with Diddy's lawyers on that one. The judge said, I think I'll be reading the order. What order? When will any of this be docketed? Inner City Press says. That's what I want to freaking know. I think somebody, judge's boss, Subramanian's boss, needs to step in and remind him things are supposed to be public. Now they're having trouble even talking to Diddy. Xavier Donaldson said, now we can't even talk to Diddy on the phone. He has the minutes, but he can't call us. It just says you have no minutes. Okay, the judge says, what does the Metropolitan Detention Center legal department say? Xavier Donaldson said, that Diddy has no minutes, but he does have minutes. They're saying he doesn't have minutes, but he does have minutes on the phone, and we can't even talk to him. That is bad. That you should be able to talk if you have minutes. Oh my God, look at this. Diddy say, stay strong. It's almost done. Bye. Bye. It is on subscribers mode. I think you have to be on subscribe. I think you have to subscribe for like 20 minutes. Also, remember, Diddy has a song saying he runs New York City and the police, and the feds can't stop him because essentially they with him too. Many people have also claimed he works with the feds. Oh, I could certainly see it. Maybe he's using his minutes to talk to other people. There it is. Fluorescent Bean said, I peeped that you were live since I got a break from work this morning. I was like, oh my God, you're still going strong. Good for you. Praying you had a meal and water. I did. I had a meal. Diddy got no funds to top his minutes. I bet you he does. I bet you he has minutes. I bet you he does have minutes. I bet you he has funds for them. Xavier Donaldson is saying he does. They paid for the minutes and they're just saying, oh, you don't have minutes, but they just keep paying for more minutes and he does have minutes, but they won't let him talk. The phone system just says you don't have any left. Chanel said, is Gina totally out of the conversation? I think so. I think she is. Thanks so much to Door for the $11.99. My Wi-Fi also glitched. And I'm in Poland, girl. Exactly. Ashley said, defense put a whole new twist on Dream Team. Putting you to sleep. Who will KK support is the big question. Yeah, seriously. Yes, inmates/lawyers buy minutes, or your lawyer will take a collect call. Okay, Emily. Okay. Diamond Rainbow said jail phones are the worst. Please don't ask me how I know. Samantha said she heard Gina took a payment. I mean, who knows? Who knows? There's rumors all over the place. Natural Mystic, no, it's not quite over. The jury has been dismissed, but they are still arguing. They are still arguing over different things. So we're doing our little wrap up for the day of their last arguments. Okay. All right. Can he use core links? The defense said, no, that's not like texting. It can only be on a 48-hour delay. So they want to text? I'm confused. The judge said, okay, I'll issue an order. I'll see you tomorrow. Get out of my face. At 4:20. The judge lets out exactly at 4:20. But okay, I don't know. They were saying they can't get Gina. A Cuban doll said Diddy hasn't kept track of the minutes he's been using to bully potential witnesses. Sit your down, Diddy. Oh my gosh, One Love, is it true? I could feel it. Electromagnetic storms, not C25. The judge knows the subway schedule. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. I don't think Kimora Lee Simmons is going to testify. No, I do not. It has been hard, Breon. 2007 is around when Justin Bieber was having his 48 hours at the crib. Is that true? I thought it was 2011 or 9. Did he say there was a potential big solar storm coming in? Who did say that? The space weather has been insane there these last few weeks, that girl from yonder said. I don't know if Allie Carter's actually missing, y'all. I mean, you can't believe everything you just hear out here on the internet. Just gotta be careful what you believe in, like what you propagate out here. Anything else here? Okay, so they did say adjourned here. So they're adjourned here. And let me just check Washington Post. They usually give us a few details. All right. 2 more updates from Washington Post. Nicole Westmoreland is zeroing in on discrepancies in BANA's claims that Diddy dangled her. In one interview with the government, you told them you were smoking weed on the balcony, but isn't it true in your civil demand letter you said you were smoking a cigarette? She raised another inconsistency where BANA testified she was staring out into the distance when Diddy charged into the apartment, but in a previous interview, she said that she was looking inside from the balcony. She has often responded, I don't remember, to Nicole Westmoreland's questions, which continued until the judge sent the jury home for the day. What to expect at trial tomorrow? Will tomorrow bring long-awaited testimony from Jane, the woman at the center of the government's second ST count against Diddy? The government sure hopes so, but the defense first needs to wrap up their spirited cross-examination of BANA, who says Diddy dangled her over his girlfriend's balcony back in 2016. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland estimated she needs another 45 minutes to cross-examine the witness. And then before the government calls Jane, it wants to call another witness called Enrique Santos, who will walk jurors through the formatting of text messages that will be introduced during Jane's testimony. So I don't know if this is a radio host. This might be an electronics expert, because he's going to walk jurors through the formatting of text messages that are going to come into Jane's testimony. Parties discuss language for judges' instructions on the pseudonym order ahead of Jane's testimony, which is supposed to start tomorrow. The parties are discussing language for an instruction that the judge said he'll give to remind the public of the court's pseudonym order ahead of the testimony tomorrow. The defense attorney, Alexandra Shapiro, said the defense feels that the instruction already given earlier at trial regarding the pseudonym order has chilled the media's efforts to describe the witness's demeanor on the stand. I think that is true. I agree with Alexandra on that one. The judge said he feels the media widely reported observations of her demeanor. Prosecutors said they're concerned about being behind schedule for Jane, who is another. Yeah. So I think that Nicole Westmoreland is running down the clock on purpose. I believe she is. I don't think she's above it. I think that's what she's doing. She said, the prosecutor said that they are concerned about being behind schedule for Jane, who was supposed to go on the stand yesterday or today, maybe for the first time. The judge suggested the jury could stay late on some days when she's on the stand, but he indicated that the court would still likely end at 4 tomorrow due to a scheduling issue. The parties are going to meet at 10:30 tomorrow morning before continuing BANA's cross-examination. Right, because tomorrow we're not even starting till 11 o'clock. She has a whole nother hour. That means a whole nother day is going to be gone tomorrow. A whole day is going to be gone. They're not going to get her on the stand. Because if it starts at 11, remember, they got to take lunch at least by 12:30. They're going to get maybe an hour of questions in. That's how much Nicole said she needs to ask. 45 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour is what we've seen reported. So they're going to come back from lunch. Then you got to get Enrique Santos on the stand. And all it takes is one of them Diddy lawyers to just take just a little bit too long here and there. And the whole day is gone after their cross-examination. So I'm actually concerned as well. And I think they are trying to run the clock down. I really do. But the judge isn't budging. He's saying, well, we still got to leave at 4 tomorrow at the latest. So I think they're running the clock down to try and make this girl or woman or person, whoever it is, to feel rushed and to feel like there's not going to be enough time on the stand. And then they're going to say, this is the biggest witness of the case. We didn't know she was going to. And they're going to be doing all of that, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Anyway, all right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna be on here earlier. Because I want to cover the Jonathan Oddie thing. Am I gonna be on here or am I just gonna be tweeting it? I'll put a post up. I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna be on here during it, or maybe I'll watch it and then go live as soon as it's over. Thank you so much, Allegra. You, Diddy Docket, and Inner City are doing great work. Thank you so much. Yeah, so just come through tomorrow. I'll put a post up here and on X/Twitter. But my voice is just not gonna last very much longer today. So I gotta go. I have y'all being redirected to Andy, Popcorn Planet. I'm gonna be in the chat for a little while, but my voice is gone, so I don't think I'm gonna be on the screen. But tell Andy I sent you. I'm gonna redirect you right over there. And that's all I really had for this one. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. See you tomorrow. Also, opinions aren't defamation. Love you, Mina K. Bye.